two were losses, so I think the biggest question
All
is now
right,
more
chat.
practicing with
We are live, and we are here with Talon versus Leviathan. Can I get some hype? Hype, hype, hype. Will Leviathan finally get a win for the Americas? I sure as shit hope so. Otherwise, it is not looking good for Americas right now.
I don't even want to like discount it. Like Talon
But
can't be as good as a team like G2.
you never know.
Really stylistically, G2 plays really well into Leviathan. They are the slowest, most default-heavy team. They're really focused on mid-rounding, on that kind of stuff.
Let me just take care of some of the details of the stream real quick while we're loading in.
Faster plays, things like that. I don't think they're as strong in the mid-rounds, and I think that this is a difficult nut to crack with Leviathan. And that is what the hell is going on?
Whoa, whoa, what is going on here?
Leon Yoru.
Okay, yeah, don't ask me. Where's your post-plant denial? I'll say for one.
What the hell?
No raise nade. No
This is some weird comps, bro. Actually, Leviathan is going with the very pretty default-esque comp. But I don't know what Talon is cooking over here.
This is what you want, to come out with something crazy to catch your opponent off guard. This is going to be a tough game for King, for Itopata to try to adapt to a comp that they probably never scrimmed before.
Dude, I'm just cackling at the
What is the Yoru?
And Aspas is in his zone. He's getting in his zone, ladies and gentlemen. Getting in his zone.
Neon stuns to set you up.
5 flashes, 1 stun.
Constantly brawling, I think, with this comp is the only way.
Wow, I did not see that composition coming, but that's Talon, baby. That's Talon, and we're in for a good one. Let's see how this all unfolds. We're ready for map 1. We're going to send it over to your casters. My beautiful ball brother from another mother. You got Tom and then that other guy.
Thank you so much, GP. The other guy and Tom here. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. We heard a lot about Talon from the guys behind the scenes about how crazy their comps can be, but this, Tom, this might just take the cake.
Yeah, someone's been cooking, and I'm not sure how it smells. I think we'll find out very soon. I'm excited to see it, because
all right.
Do I believe they could go in with normal standard comps and win this game? Absolutely not. I don't think they stand a chance. And the fact that they haven't played this map since
We're getting into it, boys. Getting into it.
Yeah, they have to come up with something different, something new, something innovative. So they picked a map they don't play for a while, and then they've come out with this, which I think is going to be exciting to watch. Whether it's
all right, audio's going through. Everything's good.
A Cruise team.
Yes.
Up against an Americas team in the early stages of a tournament. Somewhere out there, Finesse is panicking.
Well,
let's go.
Oh,
we're getting real quick.
Differently in my head. Leviathan on the defensive side for pistol round. A lot of investment. We got Sheriffs and Ghosts with Mazzino, one of the highlight players for me. This guy stands out in the stats. I saw your tweet, Tom, and that's for sure. This composition from Talon, it might be able to put Lev on the back foot.
Already. We know this man's going to end up sitting at the top of the scoreboard.
Let's go, Aspas.
There's anyone on the other side who can stop him.
Let's go, Leviathan.
Taking that initial fight. Well, it is going to be Primi to get the kill. Trade is there, and now King steps up. Leaving just
okay.
Make it just one.
Can we get a pistol? Can we get a pistol?
Plenty of time.
Oh, Aspas getting a little ahead of it. Oh, good, man. He overheats sometimes. That's just something that happens. But we got the pistol. Will Leviathan be the first America's team to win? I sure hope so.
Cause them to stay in the back lines and maybe, yeah, like I said, put them on the back foot, but this probably isn't the round where we'll see that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like this round at least they had Cruz lurking on the other side of the map on the Omen. Like we see that sometimes with the controller, basically putting him into position to maybe try and throw a fake in or something like that. So we have to see how that continues throughout. I also like that we've seen a couple of sort of...
And I'm actually, this is my first time watching Primi live. I'm actually pretty excited to see how Primi plays. It's been a while since I've seen Governor play.
Into the round, it's going to be Aspas with another opener. And I don't blame them.
They don't even want to go. They don't even want to challenge the
yeah, look, you got no
outlaw.
Shields, no point fighting an outlaw in general, and when it's in the hands of Aspas, yeah, definitely look for the other side of the map. Weaker weapons do await them there, but again, the dropout always going to be dangerous. Someone like a Neon.
So that's Primi, huh? That's what he looks like? I didn't know that.
We'll look to Primi to try to find that space. Sky flash out, and they've dropped already getting pretty close. Now the danger is certainly there for Calm.
Oh no, Calm.
Overwhelmed by the numbers on the site. A plant secured.
That's Stinger, bro. That's got to be the Stinger.
Now, better position. It looks like they'll try to fight Mazzino for long control.
Ooh. Oh, the sky heal. Wow.
Get back up to a decent position. The problem is that none of that
Ban, huh? It's been a while since I've seen Ban play too.
Low investment in this round. Rifles not available for the side of LEVIATÁN. I don't imagine that they expected there was ever going to be a plant in this round. Primi going to try and play up close. We've heard a lot about this guy and what he can do, but
okay.
this is not the time for it, unfortunately. And now they're all just
okay.
one man standing.
Okay. It was looking bad for a second, but it's all good.
Set up to be a very difficult retake.
All good.
Way back through. You saw a little bit of caution from LEVIATÁN playing anti-flash, waiting for the re-execute of Talon, but I guess the attacker's game plan, grouping up, healing, and then taking that 3v1 it would
sorry
have been
for my squeaky chair if you hear it.
Disrupted by the fact that LEVIATÁN
deeply sorry.
2 in spawn, 2 in hookah, retake nicely. But look, getting the plant down at least, getting the 1 kill, it doesn't end up coming through.
Oh, Aspas is forced up with a Vandal.
LEVIATÁN are pretty healthy when it comes to those credits, but here come the rifles for Talon, and we're gonna get to see the real game plan behind these agents. Again, you have a Yoru, you have a Neon, the ability to quickly turn the tide of a fight that you set up is there. The only question is if they can find success against a squad of this caliber. Hello.
Whoa, whoa.
He's gonna run into 2 players. Very much
the bait from Aspas and King.
That's something I want to mention.
That was a good
Aspas
bait.
I
can't lie.
Vandal. He's chucked his sniper over to Tex, but they're still playing with SMGs. Normally nowadays you don't see this hard a bonus round. You have teams like having 3, 4 rifles.
Yep.
So this is a round that Talon can't afford to lose. It would be such a boost to the economy of their opponents.
And they re-cleared showers, so they know nobody's showers.
As they already have been in part. Kings
are they going to start rotating, though?
And now Talon, 4 versus 5. Slightly better weapons for LEVIATÁN.
Oh, it got messy. No, Mazzino.
Down to 30. A little bit of heal to come through. They've at least secured themselves 1 kill, but off that pick, they're not quick enough to take the site control. LEVIATÁN have rotated in, and by the time they go for this hit, and Tom, it does look like they're still going to go for this hit. There's going to be 3 players waiting on site, 2 rifles as well. This is not an easy take by any metric.
Nice, good kill.
Has gone down ahead of the take. Now Aspas is
okay. Aspas, where are you looking?
And left to a 1v1. Already a successful bonus and a chance for a little bit more with Tex on the Outlaw.
Tex is playing it patient. All in all, a pretty successful round already.
This could be really big if Tex can get a kill or something.
You're going to sit there and hope that you can take this one over the line. Flash is going to give the game away, and he's teleporting quite far from the site.
Wait, Primi.
No.
Huh? What was that?
Oh dear, that's not good.
Dizzy, the MVP of this round.
Talon's stressing, bro. You know, I feel like they're stressing.
Panic? I guess, I assume.
Hey, he's fairly new. We'll give Primi a break. He's only coming very recently for this squad. He's only been on the Pacific stage a few times.
Second game of Yoru. But I'm sure he's played it a lot in rank. That is a disappointing way to lose out in the round. You can see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with LEVIATÁN's coach. Like, what was that?
At the end. That's a relief of a round handed to LEVIATÁN, and
now this Outlaw is really going to get a lot of value.
They don't get to save over all those weapons. It wasn't flawless by any stretch of the imagination, but they will be happy with what they've acquired. Showstopper online for Aspas after a big round in the last. Here's Yoru taking control over
I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to have the Neon set up with the Yoru, and then have Neon like quickly flood in behind the Yoru.
Talent to try and get into some of these close.
Oh, do they expect this guy to be heaven? Oh, never mind. Aspas is so aware.
And just with the amount of delay they currently have, in fact, look at where the LEVIATÁN.
Whoa!
Look at where they were. Jip Boys has managed to already drop 2, and this round now looks doable.
It does, with Aspas on 8 HP especially. Even that Showstopper might not be able to be used. He'll be shot out of the sky with just the 1 bullet, and he was almost wall-banged out of the round. They know that King's around this position. The bait doesn't work.
Yo, Primi who, bro? Primi who?
Peek out from heaven and King soon to look for that kill. Orbital strike to push him into the open.
Yeah, they're waiting for this flank from Calm. Yep, there it is.
Down goes Ban. It's only Governor. 1v3. Low on Aspas, and he gets the first. Adjustments almost there. King dodges the shot to the head, but they have to push into him. Snake bite not covering him. He has a small angle, and King's about to swing into it. Question is, will he wait for the support? The wall bangs force him down to 50 already, but Governor's tag low as well.
Nice.
Low enough for King to survive that onslaught for his third kill in the round. And 4-0 we go. Talon, they didn't invest a lot though, and they made this.
Is it gonna be another quick night? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, chat.
Was the main part of that round, being able to hit a couple of shots. We know that this guy has definitely got some crispy aim in his back pocket. It's just been a quieter start for the rest of the team. Like Governor at least able to find, I believe, his first in that round.
I thought Primi was supposed to be cracked like that.
Really seen too much, and I think going back
so far, I think Jit Boys over there going crazy.
Get themselves onto the scoreboard soon. Bear in mind that this is the map that they've chosen, the one that they're going for, and then Ascent up next. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say their chances are around the 5% mark. I think I think LEVIATÁN have looked incredible on that map.
Yeah, Talon essentially got a choice of Icebox or Ascent, whichever one I think LEVIATÁN would be happy to play.
Although we did think that with FPX.
Ooh, yeah, the timing wasn't there.
There's always that chance, but Tom, if it's a slow start, if it keeps going this way, I'm not going to feel too confident about the bounce back coming into the next. We need to see Talon showing up, and like I said, last round, there was some serious promise there. They got a good amount of kills. It looked winnable at a point, and just a fight or two. Primi losing
out an ult as well.
Yeah, they got rid of the orbital strike, and if Primi wins that,
does Aspas know?
They might even win the round, but that's not how it goes down this time.
Dude, he's got to know.
Buy round, that showstopper's still there for LEVIATÁN. They've upgraded to an operator as well. The defensive side is
he got off the angle.
And the bath control challenged by Primi. He's the only one here.
How will this go?
If King wins this fight,
the
you're
timing.
putting it down to just a one-angled approach, and they've heard the steps. They know that he's about here.
That's the ult at least. That was the goal.
Is it raining outside?
Immediately used, and we'll have to force King back.
I mean, that was just some thunder, but it's not even raining.
Making their way through middle, but they've left Governor behind.
Let me see
trying to catch someone as they rotate, and actually the whole team is
rain on my window. What the hell?
Haven't moved. That kill's so important. Mazzino, we've spoken about being a hero, but it's only going to be the one. The trade fantastic, and the best opportunity
3v4,
so
not good.
Ban, trying to play
3v3 now.
And that might be a
hold up.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out. Primi grabs the round.
Okay, Talon gets their first round.
Alongside Jip Boy secures the round. Talon, one round on the board. A nice fake on A. Some risks taken. Primi's control over Bath if that goes awry. And the advantage is there for LEVIATÁN, but the ult, once that's online, they see the players. And I think, yeah, they assumed that there was going to be some form of rotation. But even with Mazzino catching them off
did they just fast forward a live stream?
Big kill was his first one. This
what was that?
Comms caught with utility in hand. And from then on, it's all dominoes. Because they were very low.
What the hell?
They're leaving that 15, 20 seconds left. If Com's still alive at the back, that's a much, much tougher take. The fact that Governor, as a solo lurk, eliminates him is great. And look at the economy already.
Oh, no.
Okay, Governor. He's feeling it with this Neon.
Oh, no.
Taking down Aspas as well. Well, this round is already over.
That's an eco round.
Much. You're down to Calm and Mazzino. Weak weapons to try to clutch it back. Last round, too, Aspas tried to use the showstopper, so that's not there for them even in the future. Good recovery early on in the half by Talon. Looks to be 4-2. And they're even moving the right direction. Yeah, the only advantage that you would have here for LEVIATÁN is if Talon go blindly pushing into you. Maybe Cruz TPs into heaven, gets taken down by the Stinger, someone walks blindly into lamps, but...
So basically if they do something really dumb.
Yeah. And we saw that when they had pistols out, but you're not going to do that with rifles. Instead, it's just a direct approach to B. They're going to walk in, get a free plant, and from that point, LEVIATÁN, I mean, they're not going to consider saving. To try to make this a costly round, the economy starting to get pretty healthy for the attackers after last two.
Yeah, the fact that they won it fairly clean. I think there was a slight upgrade at least for Mazzino. So although their economy should be good for the next round, he may consider.
Wait, why does he have the EG classic with the NRG gun buddy?
Well, if he saves the bucket,
what is Calm cooking with that?
I don't think there's any realm where that happens. I think he's looking to try and get closer to the spike, but ultimately,
okay.
1v1 with a classic versus a rifle. Yeah, fair enough. That is an upgrade worth saving. Can just head back. I think he may get caught by Cruz, but he's definitely aware of the fight as well.
But he's making it costly, and I think he's gonna go save for it.
And he gets an upgrade.
Yeah.
They're gonna
both
save
players
the.
will get upgrades out of that, and you're
Oh,
nice and
wait.
comfy. I mean, they already have
When
the
did
rifle on
Mazzino get a
There's
rifle?
No need to go down to that spike. Carry it forward to the next. A little injection of economy for them. Side of Talon, building up ultimates, but really, the guy drawing your eye. We talk a lot about Primi, but it's Governor. The way that he's able to take space so quickly, like we said 2 rounds ago, catching Calm off guard with Util in hand, and then this time, the stun goes in, the dash, and then again, another little cha-cha slide in for the third. Beautiful stuff from this man, and well, he got to farm up some of those eco kills. He got the entry in the last. Let's see what he can do here. Coming into round 7, rifles for all.
I also feel like with this sort of agent, with this sort of comp, you need him just being as confident as he is. Even if it doesn't work every single time, just not falling back. And he is. He's going straight back for it. Past the Molotov. King's trying to bait out the idea.
Trying to slow him down.
He's still going forward.
What is? Oh, wait,
okay,
do they even know?
Maybe a little bit of an injection of fear, but the rest of the team have still capitalized. Primi holding his ground on the flank. They've kept this advantage, but for a moment, as Cruz again attempts to TP, this is absolute chaos. Back into a 2v2 scenario. Ult popped as well by Primi, and now it's just one. Again, we talk about this man, the Prince of Pacific, the new blood, but I don't even know if he's going to peak this in time. And
nice.
Com will take his head off and give a 5th round.
Good round from Com. That was a huge round from Com. It wasn't looking good for a second, but Com came in clutch right there. Timeout from Talon.
A little crazy. Popped up the fast lane and tried to take the space, and you know, you can pump the brakes every now and then. A timeout for Talon on the back of that round, and somewhat expected. This was pure chaos, and Aspis being able to survive towards Lambs, grab that little bit of extra space. Again, the TP up into heaven for Cruz, just not working out. We've seen it a couple of times now, and there's always that extra player to catch him off.
That's the thing, even though Governor goes down, there were moments in this round where it was even, multiple times, just because they are pulling.
You know, I'm not very familiar with
that they want.
Yeah.
So if it
Talon's roster all that much. I mean, I've heard of Primi. I know Ban and I know Governor, but the other two, Cruz, I think they said his name is Cruz. And then
the other player ends up getting caught. It's like
JIT boys, JIT boys. I don't know.
Into a little bit more synergy.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but I don't really know much about them.
Than if again you're trying more set executes because they are losing so much ground instantly just to the stuff that Governor is doing. The credit you have to give those that LEVIATÁN are adapting. Like, they are very quick with the rotation. Like, Com has been that B-site player. He was on the flank so fast. Like, he knows that this is a commitment with what he was able to find on the other side of the map. And I think that's going to be the main thing. If they can spot where this push is coming...
This is a different setup from Com.
Yeah, and you know,
interesting. Walled off short, has his orb on hookah, and he's gonna ult down long.
Even for Governor's initial entry, you pump the brakes, wait for mosh pit,
which is actually a huge read because it looks like Talon is all grouping up towards long.
We're not seeing that synergized level. Sometime coming down to those individual plays that aren't working out, but you can understand.
Dangerous,
like said,
Com, dangerous.
For Governor was high after the last couple. He's done some damage and forced out the Viper's pit in the first couple seconds.
Like you could see that Com is going, he might just run it down. I want to make sure that my pit's set up, but also that I'm within it and safe. So he just has to use his util
missed the jump, unfortunate.
And this time they haven't just executed off it. Maybe they were scared away. Jit Boys, though, is going to be challenged.
Whoa!
This guy's aim is so crispy.
All right, my bad, Jit Boys.
Dead. A third one there. And the third one is probably the one you're most scared of.
Yeah, it would be. Staying tucked in as well. Is Aspa's going to overstay his welcome there? Talon go back towards it, they'd be in trouble. And you have Calm sat inside the pit, cautious that someone could be dropping out, trying to make a play out of hookah, and well, based on the icons on the map,
this is huge. If Aspas gets that kill,
sitting around mid is Cruz, looking for the fight.
No, he's gonna get pushed off.
That's
he's re-investigating it though.
On A. The full executes the B site. They're gonna bypass the pit and leave Calm basically out of the round. He has to fight.
Gotta leave his ult.
Not so favorable angle. Instead, he's just gonna give it up, drop the pit, and play the retake with his squad. But the re-pit from Talon, that's secure spawn side. They have a good idea where Com is, that's for sure. And Mazzino's known to be towards A. This round seems to be tied up in a nice bow.
The only problem could be if they think Com is still towards long, because that's where the pit was. But even still, it would have to be a massive oversight for no one to think
I think Ban is watching it.
And well, Mazzino's already been spotted. Not really an opportunity to get out of here either.
He ran
unless
too.
they're just going to completely abandon their posts and
try and save their guns.
just going to try and wait for them to back away and then do exactly the same himself, which is what he's managed to do. I think he will get out of this with the gun, so that's something at least. But again, it's these. I think the thing that's working out is firstly, Jit Boys.
Oh, Calm actually got out of that. Wow.
He's been unbelievable, but also.
I was a bit worried when he didn't take the TP. I got a little worried. I thought he would just take the TP, sit in the teleporter, but
and because of that, you see the reaction of their
opponents. Some nice shots. Those were some crazy shots.
And when that happens, well, it becomes very easy for them to just sort of pick the rest apart.
Well, I think that it comes back to what you said a few rounds ago, Tom, the fact that this squad of LEVIATÁN is adapting well. You're seeing this on the Talon side. They're constantly looking to do something else. If you're pushing A, you're making the noise there, they'll push B, they'll take the space. If you do nothing, well, let's sit in defaults and see what their adaptation is. And here it was to give Jit Boys 2 fights that he took, well, seemingly with ease. 5-3. Recovery from Talon clear in the early.
I like how that flash still blinded him, even though it was like not even on his screen. But whatever.
By the flash, LEVIATÁN know there's players outside of it, but again, Jit Boys and Cruz holding down those A aggressive angles. Of course, though, LEVIATÁN making the adjustment from last round. Last time we pushed and they were waiting. Now we'll just wait.
It still means they have to go for these gamblers. Now the thing is, they've got the flash.
Just sticking with defaults here.
And then a singular flash remaining for Mazzino. So he's got to time it well. The goal will either be
going back to A, but LEVIATÁN has it 3-stacked.
I think that might be fine. Either that or use that flash late, which is what he's doing right now, to get information. Nothing found on the B side. Well, Calm. Now, Calm doesn't have anything to play with in this round. He literally just got himself this short, but with the control he's taking, they know everything they need.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's stacked up. Calm on the flank.
As soon as that deep space is taken, there's the fast lane. That is actually a Dizzy fired up and a drop down. That's
nice.
Tex comes into the fight. He's being pressured. Actually swings out a little wide. King's there for the trade afterwards, and with 12 seconds left, the pressure's on. Cruz needs to go for it.
Don't tell me. No.
Grabbing a rifle. Calm finishes it off.
Wow, Calm just walked up flank and got a free weapon just from walking.
The lead at the halftime.
You know as well, the comment that moment is going, me being alive and not throwing this is so much more important. Like, I need to play angles that only work with the shorty. But he's ultimately what wins them the round. Like, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the players that got the kills, but it was the flash that was thrown out long towards the B site, and then having that deep control into Hookah where he was able to get the information so everybody could flank. And it's exactly the same that happened a few rounds ago. He did the same thing where he gets in on a fast flank, and because of that, they have all the players there. Sure, you needed the likes of Aspas and others to hit the shots, but without that info, you can't stack that site.
Yeah, really important.
Now they're going for
LEVIATÁN. I wonder if
pretty
Talon
much
make the adjustment.
default.
They're seeing that the Sky Flash, when it doesn't get contact, the aggression comes through. This time they have a player there tanking the flash. And early on, that's going to deny LEVIATÁN the opportunity to walk up. For LEVIATÁN, maybe.
I wonder why both teams don't play Fade.
Jit Boys is still in this position.
He's playing Mazzino's playing Sky. Okay. I wonder if it's just a preference thing.
But that's not coming through. The dog not really finding too much information. Just the one player spotted by it. And I think the idea is to make the noise, drag the rotations, and now they've got confirmation. They've heard the Brim smoke go down. So on Talon, you know that extra players come in. Typically, Brimstone, King has been on that A side. And I think they'll TP to A and take a quick hit.
The thing that makes me nervous is just the ults. The defensive side have so much.
How did those shots not commit or connect on Jit Boys? That's crazy.
You can't be hitting this site late, and while it's going to be 40 seconds for Talon to make their move.
Yeah, the rotations are already in.
The Rosa, no.
Stacked up. They try to pressure after the ult goes through, but King, Tex, Aspas, they're all here. And there's still one man that's flown under the radar. Talon have Jit Boys on 26.
How does Calm keep getting these flanks?
Sits with Cruz and, well, blinking, you miss it. I'm not sure
this is funny.
First, if I didn't see the kill feed. 7-3. LEVIATÁN guaranteed a
every
lead
time.
The question is by how much?
Every time Calm is flanking and they are doing nothing.
Like in the early rounds, it was
nothing to hold for him.
Through that took so much control, so much space, which made LEVIATÁN have to adapt and start using utility early. You'd see really early Molotovs, really early snake bites. Now it's gone into this much slower pace.
Indeed, beautiful plays, King. Beautiful plays. Bring us home the first America's win, please. I'm begging.
I feel like
I'm actually begging.
Need to at least claim a little bit of map control early, just so that if they are going to go for one of these hits late in the round, they actually have some ground to go in, and they haven't given everything over to their opponents.
I'm looking for the attack side ideas laid in. One orb away from Primy's ult, which found them a lot of success in clearing out sites, though I think still more can be desired from it.
Interesting one-way. I wonder why he didn't flash into the one-way, though.
He can find it here.
Like, did he not know the one-way was up like that?
Ban left on the other side of the map to cause some chaos. They've again caused that rotation.
It's an interesting spot for
the
Tex.
dog's just gone down B long. It's seen absolutely nobody. Rotates now back to A, but this is the first time in a while that Talon are finding the site relatively undefended. And the kill goes in.
And they finally got calm.
Chaos for LEVIATÁN. They're picked off left, right, and center. Mazzino has the pressure on him. The whole squad coming towards him. Bar Jip Boys, who's left behind. A flash on the left, a swing on the right, but the dash keeps him alive. A little slide around.
Oh, no way. 7 HP.
Keeps the 5v1 in fruition.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of what Governor's doing is just irrational and annoying.
Oh, now Jip Boys is doing the same thing Calm was doing. He's lurking. Little lurker.
King. Finances
What a little rat.
You're going to be going into the last round, so you might as well try and challenge this. And Governor
That is
again.
wild, bro.
It's a flawless, but now going the other
That
direction.
Neon is allowed to do
I
that.
like the adaptation. Like, one of the
That
things
is
that
wild.
we noted was how easy it was for Comp to push up. So they go for an initial fight.
But yet,
Towards that A side,
Clove was
and
OP,
then they fall back
guys.
and they just wait
The
it.
heal on
Because he is
Clove,
gonna push
too
that
OP, guys.
because
It
he
just can't be
succeeded
done.
doing it for 4 rounds in a row.
That is the adaptation. That's what we wanted to see. Coming into last round as well, Yoru ult's going to be online, and like I said, Talon have had some success with this. Having Primy lead the way, the rest of the squad cascading
Dude, how old
behind
is
him.
Primy? He
Governor
looks like he's still in
quickly
high
executing
school.
on that information. We'll see if LEVIATÁN
He's got braces on
have
and
an early
everything.
strategy of their own, because I see a stack up towards this B site. Ult used by Governor. The finger guns are out, but Jip Boys still having good success. Every time they push an angle, this guy's holding. He's good to double up and then some. Mazzino's going to try to deal with him now. Oh, and he's
The
turned at just the wrong
timing.
moment. But it doesn't seem to matter too much. A 4v2 with Governor's pick.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a hard...
King's ult, it's been online
hard
for
to
a while.
win.
I think Mazzino's still wary that they could be on the other side, but
YOLO.
the plant's going to be denied. That will allow for a rotation. The fact
Oh,
is
wait,
they
I
can
mean,
still go back
they're
if
not
they
going to
want
go for a save. I just realized it's
Hero
last round of the
desperately
half.
needed for the side of LEVIATÁN, otherwise Talon will have at least been able to close the distance from the way that this half started. Don't know if they're going to be given anything, although a few fights offered up to King.
Still a flash for Ban if they need it. Same thing for Primy. Governor doesn't seem to want any help. Going in for the fights by himself. There's the Primy flash.
How did that
There's the
actually
closer.
flash him? What?
Great half from Governor and from Talon, recovering to a 7-5 scoreline. That's not bad. That is certainly manageable if LEVIATÁN don't have a crazy attack side of their own.
Yeah, I think it's a few of those multi-frags that came out. I think Jip Boys did a very good job of just this incredible sort of
All right,
fights.
he's moving, Riot.
Either way,
What the hell? He's moving.
I believe we'll be back.
He's moving and
after a
shooting.
short
That's got to be cheating, right? That's cheating. Oh, yeah, that relatable moment. I accidentally put my phone in the washer.
And get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Because like then you would have to like at least have it in your hand, or have it in like the pants that you are taking to wash at the laundromat. Like you don't keep it in the pants that you're wearing. I don't know. That's a really weird commercial. That's somebody rich being like, ah ha ha. You know that relatable moment when you take your phone and you put it in the washer? Me too, me too. I'm totally like you guys. I don't have anybody to clean my laundry except for me, myself, and I. Like, okay, bro. We know you get that suit dry cleaned. It's okay. A message on Discord over here.
Welcome back to half number 2 of LEVIATÁN versus Talon. The first half, the attack side for Talon went according to plan. 5 rounds on the board, big contention.
All right, let's see how this attack side goes. If LEVIATÁN can get this map, that'd be pretty big.
Doesn't look quite so good for them, and looks very good for LEVIATÁN. So if they're gonna do it, we need them to do it.
Yo,
here.
what's he typing over there?
Wrong, but I'm not so sure this time.
What's Mizzino typing?
Yeah, we'll keep saying it. We'll keep being wrong. I don't mind.
Are there messages in there?
I think one of the sort of saving graces is when we saw this map play versus G2, it was a 8-4 defense for LEVIATÁN, then they really struggled on the attack.
I got a question. During halftime, do they just sit on stage in like utter silence?
It's like, how are you gonna make a Neon Yoru?
I'm just kind of curious about that. Like,
as said, I have a lot of faith in Cruz, his imagination. I'm sure the coaching staff have come up with a lot of ideas. It's whether they work.
Whether they work.
They are heavy stacked B.
4 players B.
This feels like a hard anti-strat.
Whatever pistol they think their opponents have got planned, and the stun, decent, but they don't get anything off.
Yeah, this looks like a hard anti-strat. Wow. Damn, that was fast.
An opening duel for the side of Talon. They keep their control. And the players still looking to get aggressive around here. There's no need to rotate all too heavily. They've got themselves a nice early advantage. The question is now, with 4 players on B, as the timer ticks down, do they start to rotate?
Over towards long.
4 long.
It's weird. They're almost playing this like an attack. Like, let's group up together. We got one lurker, a Viper, on the other side of the map.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Zeno trades one, but Ban's done well. Calm on the lurk. But he probably knows now that there isn't going to be anyone else here. It's whether or not Aspas can actually retrieve this spike.
Damn.
No blast packs to get him in and out. And Cruz quickly takes his head off. Calms flank all that remains of the round. And like you said, the spike is down. He's going to have to probably TP to go and get that. That would give him away. Instead, he's rotating the loud way, the long way. And, well, Ban has already spotted him. He's put in a box. 20 seconds left. 4 kills. Spike plant. And next to no time to do it. The spams are really what it comes down to, and there's a man right
Oh no, not the knife.
Okay, thank you, Cruz. Let's applaud Cruz for that one. He's safe.
Ooh, that was a close one, guys. That was a close one.
7-6, a pistol
no
for
knife,
Talon.
please. No knife.
Yeah, I think Cruz maybe needed to kill a little more. He's been having a rough one so far, but I'm sure he would have wanted to humiliate Com just as much as anybody else on that team. But you can see, again, they're playing...
Ew, left-handed view model? Ew.
Like 4 players over towards this B site right off the rip. They must have been convinced in their read on what LEVIATÁN like to do in the pistol. Either that or they were just going to attempt to jump straight...
Nah, that's gotta be an anti-strat. That's gotta be an anti-strat.
He loved playing in showers in the first half, and he's back again.
Oh, they do an instant TP with the decoy. Noise heard. LEVIATÁN.
Mizzino got tagged though.
Over Bath again, leaving Calm on the other side of the map to try to get this done. Catch someone off. We've already seen what his classic can do, so pretty confident in his duels. The Bath control. This is a
Calm is dead.
The fight against a lot of pistols, but the TP comes through. Big rotation. Flash is good. Swing is better. And the
damn, they just collapsed on him so fast.
7-7, tied up now. And, well, I guess the real test for Talon will be in the future rounds now, when the buy rounds come out and we get to see the limitations, potentially, of this comp. But like you said, they could have some ideas. I'm excited to see
Tex and Mizzino need to step up right now. One of them needs to step up.
The classic sort of Tiger setup where you have the screen blocking and then you have the pop flashes through along with the Tiger to reveal anyone on the other side. It's a lot easier to do that versus pistols than anything else, but again, like, this is something that
is it actually a Tiger?
Prepared for, won't have been practicing against.
What's wrong with calling it a dog?
Now,
my dog, you know.
A couple of Guardians.
I'm dogging.
Judge and a Marshall and a very quick take coming out of Lev.
Snake bite blocking out the backside, but Governor's up top. Looking to execute one of these players with the Marshall, deal some damage, but he's forced back by the spams. LEVIATÁN get control of sight. Plant in, no flank, but they're watching it with Calm just in case. Snakebite already used, like we said, so there's a little bit of post-plant utility stripped from them. But in this round, you're going to look to do the damage.
I mean, honestly, this round could go either way.
Boys, that's going to have a tough time in taking anywhere else other than Lamps, and so he's following the dog straight through, already tagged up, and they give up the space. A little tap from Aspas as well. He's making it costly in terms of health, but now he's dropped. Quick peek by Governor's good. Decoy reveals the position to Mazzino, starting to connect the dots on where these players are. And Mazzino wants to make a play, but
Whoa, Mazzino.
Entire force of Talon.
King!
Steps up when needed. His fourth kill, and an ace might be needed, but the Molly buys him a little bit more time. Up quickly as Governor, dashing around.
Ace! Let's go!
The lead is kept by LEVIATÁN.
That's what I'm talking about, King.
We were having a conversation in the green room.
Yeah,
we were highlighting players. We were talking about Aspas, Mazzino, and you were like, maybe if those two guys don't turn up. What I say to you, I was like, what about King?
Yeah.
What about King?
Yeah.
They needed him.
They really did.
Needed him in this round because, again, Talon are just grouping up like a death ball. And the thing is, every single time somebody was swinging into this angle, they got destroyed until King. The final blockade standing in their way.
Well, listen, I'll say this. Talon have had two very impressive bonus rounds. When it comes to those low buys, they're getting a lot of damage done. And that may stand to them if they can win this one. LEVIATÁN will then be lower on cash.
Yeah.
8-7. The scoreline close to neck and neck. A slight edge to LEVIATÁN. The rifle's out for Talon with an ult on Primi again.
Low-key, LEVIATÁN needs to win this match, or this round.
But if LEVIATÁN keep pumping the brakes on this, he might just use it for the info.
Wow, Governor is deep with this op, bro. I don't know if LEVIATÁN expects this.
Pushed all the way through showers. I feel like I've said that about 8 times with him so far this game. The problem is it locks down a lot of control, but they are just walking up. I think they're starting to realize how much of a gamble in these rounds are being taken by Talon. And because of that, they just have a free amount of space. Now, the good thing for the side of Talon is not only do you still have Showers control, which is about to be fought for, though the shot is missed, and now, well, Governor's under real trouble.
Whoa, Calm!
Calm has just been absolutely destroyed.
What the fuck? No! We're hunting too hard for this op. What are we doing? Oh my god, and Tex is blind as shit. Finally, we fucking kill him.
But so have the rest of Lev.
But everybody else is dead.
Mazzino has to save, and he won't be allowed to.
Ah, that was embarrassing from Calm. That was embarrassing.
Governor seems to be the one in charge. My goodness, what an incredible play. I don't know how he got Calm. Sliding around through his own fast lane, and look at this. Unbelievable.
It doesn't even take any damage. That was like some SSX tricky level stuff.
I think they focused Calm way too hard there. I feel like they just like...
Just going off the damn charts.
You're on fire.
I don't believe.
I think they should have just let Calm deal with it.
Like, you just gotta go.
But Calm like felt pressured to go for it because everybody else was running at him in showers. You know what I mean?
Every time I see him, I don't want to.
What the fuck is that penguin doing there?
15 and 10, 15 and 8.
Hey, bro, get this penguin out of here.
Thriving, 8 and 8.
But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like LEVIATÁN felt like they had to deal with that showers peak, but truthfully, I think they could have left it alone because then Tex got left on an island too, and he got blinded through like 3 times. He got Yoru flashed, Omen blinded, probably Yoru flashed again. Like, it was not good. It was not good.
Through Xerxia, and now in Talon, like they have always been annoying and weird, but in the best possible ways. And I think that the coaching staff behind the scenes as well have clearly come up with some wild shit.
Say what you will, this is fun to watch.
100%.
Talon are not a boring team.
Yo, we got 3 people in the stream.
Fans, but for the rest of us, this is goddamn fun.
Yo, what's going on, Vite? I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Who would have believed that in the server?
How's your night going? How's your night? Who you rooting for? LEVIATÁN or Talon? You a Talon fan? LEVIATÁN fan? What we rooting?
Well, let's see. It's 8-8. Talon have caught up, and now LEVIATÁN are left down.
Okay, contact up long.
Rifle, and it's on Aspas. He's got the Guardian.
This is risky. Yeah.
And Aspas is dropped immediately. Jip boys cannot be pushed.
Spam.
By his side. Cruz as well, and they're
okay. Well, at least they were on an eco.
Similar scenario. We've seen
it was an
eco.
Before.
Just a classic to work with. And
it's an eco, guys. Don't worry. It's an eco. We're fine. Don't worry about it. It's an eco. Guys, stop stressing. It's an eco. I know you guys are worried. I'm not worried in the slightest. Not at all.
They now take the lead. We were questioning how this was going to work over on that defensive side. Governor's operator was something we talked about. I think it's been far more aggressive than expected. He's playing it more like a chamber than anything else. We saw it from Autumn, but he doesn't have the get out of jail free, although seemingly he does, like just being able to dodge and weave. But this is where they get the rifles back on the board. Ults, good for the side of Lev. Like, these are high impact ults, and they are ready this time. But will that matter?
This is dangerous for Calm.
Boys cosplay. Governor.
This is so dangerous for Calm.
He's got cover. He's being watched by Primi. There's no free swing for Leviathan to take.
The timing
for the attacking side. They've gone up, smoked off on long, but
What's
they've
going
managed
on?
to retrieve themselves an orb. And now Seekers
This is huge over here. Whatever happens here will determine the round. Guaranteed.
Primi's got that angle on lock. The wall goes up, and he'll take the space. I like this push, especially because
The timing.
doesn't actually have a game
Wait, the
plan.
timing.
It's already decayed.
Yeah,
Wait, he's going back.
Taking a risk.
Calm!
Nasty surprise for Calm.
Oh
But a trade back again
no.
from King.
Trade from
This
King
guy has
though.
been on point. 45 seconds on the clock. Seekers
What's gonna happen? My nail. I'm so scared right now.
look to make their move. There's the
No.
operator again from Governor. Seemingly unstoppable.
Oh no.
Ultimate's gonna
Okay,
be there,
wait.
but doesn't last for long. And
Wait.
now Aspas steps up to the
Aspas
plate.
might have just saved us.
Puts them in an advantageous position and bam!
No,
He seemed like he was
overheat.
unaware.
The overheat.
That fight.
They're gonna play post. We have 2 ults. We have two mollies. Oh, it's big.
Talon need to move quickly.
It's
to get
actually
back into this
huge.
round, and ban on 8 HP won't really contribute to that being possible. They're waiting in case there's someone close by. Maybe not yet realizing the post plan setup they're about to run into. Here comes Orbital Strike to start it.
No, they got it half.
Damage is done, 25 and 8.
Oh, no.
In goes Thrash. I actually thought it would be a different order.
Oh,
to this
no.
with the mosh pit coming in
No,
next,
they're
but
sticking, they're
they need to be
sticking,
quick
they're
now. The
sticking.
mosh is a little bit late. They've already
Wait.
got most of the way, but the diffuser killed just in time. King has saved the day, and Ban is going to save on the other
Oh
side
my
of the
goodness,
map.
these
That
rounds are
was
way
a
closer
little
than
bit
I
too
thought they would
close.
be.
I felt my heart skip a beat.
I didn't think there was any.
These
world
rounds
where
are
he came
way
close to
closer than I
that
thought they would be.
Volley's still available, but
Yeah.
I guess maybe not knowing how low. Well, you wouldn't know how low that player was, other than the orbital strike, like gambling on how much it had connected. Luckily, even if we were nervous, it seems like King is the safest pair of hands. And what Aspas?
I can't believe Aspas didn't get that kill there.
Aspas in that round is that he doesn't get the
Look at
third
this.
kill.
Wow. Literal
That was a pixel.
point second.
Yeah, someone's gonna
No
screenshot it when it's
doubt.
complete, but
Yeah.
how much this happened?
It's 1 tick away. 1 tick too many. Talon robbed of double digits.
Yeah, that was wild.
9-9. Leviathan.
Talon are putting up a way better fight than I thought they would.
Governor's gone for the
Especially
outlaw in
because
this
what?
round.
Talon is the number 4 seed from APOC.
Still around.
So yeah, honestly, the fact that they're like taking Leviatán 9-9 right now is kind of wild to
Going in
me.
for the outlaw. I respect the
Ooh,
hustle. Let's see
got
if
the
it pays
tag.
off.
He knows somebody's in.
He is not moving. He is standing his
Uh-oh.
paranoia, but I don't think the timing
Wait.
was there. I don't
What
even
the
know
hell?
how. Privy has gone down to that, but I guess we'll need a replay of that one. Even still, that's the advantage they were looking
Wait,
for. Governor has
how
to be
the
dead.
fuck
Yeah,
did Governor
not being
get
able to
back
reload
in?
quick enough. Crew's still lurking within the smoke.
Where did
Has to
Governor
be
come from? How did he get there?
wary of other angles. Mazzino taking the fight, not overextending. Doesn't want to give the game away, and the timing
Oh,
for
no.
Cruz wasn't
Oh,
great,
no.
but he's still
Oh,
got 12
no.
kills. Tex and Aspas gone. They now have
No.
the advantage.
No post-plant utility either. This has got to be defended with pure brawn. Inside the smoke, Mazzino. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh.
Up until that point, but he got there in the end. Reload in, low HP on one.
No.
But Ban's there to take the fight.
Fuck,
Talon
man.
were denied double digits in the last round, but they will be the first to reach it. Now taking the lead at 10-9. I really doubted this defensive comp. I did not think at 7-5 that they would be in with that strong of a chance, but now they're leading, and Leviatán economy in the dumps.
Yeah, and they're getting big plays from pretty much every single player.
That's
Like,
not good,
I think
man.
Cruz was in a spot
That is
where you
not
look at it and
good.
you go,
Oh, Primi's mad.
yeah, I'm mad for him. Like, that's
Tex has got to win that fight. Tex has got to win that fight.
Seemingly in a 1 versus 2, you go, okay, he maybe gets one, but the fact he then swings and takes out Aspas like that,
Of all people.
did you see how upset he was
I
when
didn't,
they
I was
just
looking
went
down.
around? Come on, Frost, where's the smile? You're 10-9 up versus Lev. I think a lot of people's favorites for this whole tournament.
High
Maybe
expectations.
Genji. Maybe Genji.
Maybe Genji, yeah.
Maybe second.
We are in Korea as well. But for Talon,
There's got to be some nasty shots hit on Leviathan here.
Be proud of, but they're not stopping here.
But they've used all their util. They have no util to play
Just
post.
pistols and Aspis on a Guardian. We've seen this before. It was the B-long push, and they were very quickly put to bed.
Yeah.
This time, though, Talon have to go pushing into them. They don't seem to mind that all too much, though. TP down to the backside.
Wait.
Aspis is caught. That's the rifle stun for a moment. Big swing in from Governor again. Aspis only dropping the one, and now we're down
don't
to
break
classics
that
will be
dog.
quickly dealt with. The defuse under King's nose, and he's honestly just happy to die in the end. 11-9. A 2-round
No, don't
lead.
tell me
And what could
America's
be
is gonna
Leviathan's
choke
last
the
chance
whole
at a healthy
thing.
bye.
Surely
Oh,
not,
no,
right?
this is
Surely
the right
not.
time. And I think for that matter, there might be a
Timeout, Leviathan.
I think a good time for one. You're not out of the game just yet. Definitely still opportunities, but again, they're struggling on this attack. It was something I mentioned versus G2, but I was like, okay, you're coming up against a comp that shouldn't be particularly good on the defense. I will eat my words because it has been. Governor, I think everybody looked at Primi, and to be fair, he's been fantastic, but Governor has been unbelievable in this server. Like, the fact that even a couple of rounds ago, he was sliding through the TP with a sniper just to try and get in and disrupt. And I think that's one of the fantastic things.
Why did that penguin just like appear, man? Fucking almost jump scared me, bro. Like, I was not expecting the penguin to just appear.
My teammate can win us the round. And in some cases, Governor has then still won the round while doing that. Because if you genuinely believe that you could slide in behind someone with an outlaw and only have 2 bullets and win the round on your own, you're more insane than what we've witnessed so far.
And that's saying something. I mean, this has been an unhinged unhinged map from Talon, but that's exactly what they needed. If
no one else is stealing this comp other than maybe Paybreak. Paybreaks are sat there going,
guys, why did we think of this?
What if we had in a clove?
But for Leviathan, you know, I think if they come in here and try to play conventional Valorant, they lose 9 times out of 10, if not more. But this composition, it has put them on the back foot. The attackers now having to clean sweep back through, as we said. Oh, that's heard. That's heard.
Calm definitely heard that.
Close enough to get that sound cue.
No, no, he gave it up.
But they're focusing forward instead, leaving Calm to watch the flank.
Smoke's being thrown down from afar. Information definitely there. Looking like they're going to try and play this one as a retake, and you can understand why. Seekers are online, but also it's just that late positioning. Com actually has Viper's Pit, but in the meantime, he has taken out Cruz. It's not pretty for him.
Tex! Fuck, Tex!
Done a lot of damage to Governor, though.
Oh my god, the trades are so even. 2v2 already.
He's got to be careful. The edge of this smoke that's about to fade. Calm is waiting, and Aspas is watching.
Nice, Aspas. Nice, Aspas.
We'll be there for Leviathan.
Bring it home, Leviathan. Bring it home.
Economically, it's not going to do a lot. Talon is still buying, and that operator's back.
That might not be the case for the next round, but yeah, you're right, Tom. Here, they're able to buy up. There's Viper's Pit online for both sides. Governor has his ult that hasn't really done... There was no need to slow this one down. That's just rude. That's just rude.
The guy is currently, well, on 20 and 14.
20 and 14.
And the kills of,
show the whip.
that you have slowed down, because they didn't, I don't think they slowed down the like sick AWP shot after he was sliding. No, let's slow down the whiff.
Yeah.
Our
doing him dirty.
Is
using the double dog.
I love it. I love it. Oh, here
and
we go.
Aspas is just out, but he touched the
No
molly.
one else able to find
Bro, what is that?
Ban's doing a hell of a job. And now you might even think about taking it another direction. Viper's Pit is up, blocking out Calm's access to sight. And indeed, the spike is making its way backwards. Even then, okay, it is a retake from Talon on that side. Maybe the Pit can help out in the post plant.
King stays here. He's dead. No cap. He's dead.
Getting an orb all that easily.
Yep, saw his gun poke out.
Might be getting an orb, but just from the death, down to 24 HP. He's ducking. He's made it.
Just about.
But now he's so low.
Particularly committed on the A site. They've gone, okay, we're going to stack up again. This is something they've done throughout the half, is really take risks with where they're putting their players, but then be happy to play the retake.
This is so frustrating to watch.
You've got dimensional drift online.
If I watch like 9 and 14, 7 and 17, Tex, Calm, Mazzino, step it up, please.
And especially
That's all I ask, please.
Sentence, but with Yoru's ult, it's a little bit easier to clear.
It may help. The concerns, though, Snakebite and Molly still online for the side of Lev. King playing far away, just looking to drop that
Dude,
in.
but 3v5 though, like,
Stop them where they start. Let's see if the ult
and they have the doubled up dog.
But it's going to have to be Primi to do the damage. He sees the shorty. He knows what he's up against. Flash
And he's body blocking him.
And the spray from Calm doing so
Wait, he gets 2. Tex! Wait, Calm. Wait, Calm. Hold up, bro. You might have heard me. Hold up.
This round was looking favored to Talon. They had it all. And the pits dropped. Fans caught one, and with pit down, he has to go quick.
It's
he has
half.
to get on that here and now, and he realizes
he's not going for it.
Time to root Calm out of position.
Calm's not gonna get out. Yeah, he's not gonna get out.
11 to 11, LEVIATÁN.
Oh my goodness, bro. This is a stressful match.
I'm not even gonna say
this is a mad stressful match.
Yes,
because that was not only like the whole point of what Primi is doing is just to block him. Like make sure that his teammates can get into the pit and fight while Com is distracted. Com is spamming into the smokes to try and stop the diffuser, because I think it did get halved, by the way.
Yeah.
They're trying to defuse it while he is playing distraction, and then he runs in and just goes, okay, if I die, it's fine. I need to stop them defusing, and gets 2 kills from it. Really impressive
Talon timeout.
decision-making from the likes of Com, who
Both teams are out of timeouts.
Game, because he has been caught by some insane stuff in this match so far.
One of the things I was always a big fan of Com for, since way back in the day, is his utility on a Sova especially. It always stood out from the crowd. And here he had the decision with the Snakebite of where to put it. He doesn't put it on the spike, he puts it right below him on the stairs, denying any opportunity from them to push him. But he knows that if he just keeps his spot safe, they're going to defuse the spike. Sprays away. His teammate, I think it was Tex right behind him, had to cover.
Yeah.
When you saw Primi come out, and the fact that Primi uses up those shorty shots and can't find any success with it, I mean, that was just unbelievable play from Com. You can watch that round back 5 times. I still wouldn't get bored of it. And on the side of Talon, oh, they've taken a moment to compose themselves. We're in the home stretch now. We're going the distance, all 24 rounds. Question is, are we going further? Or is this going to be a 13 to 11, a crushing defeat for whichever team fails to make the mark?
I think for Talon, it's already proved that they're a competitor.
Oh, yeah.
For Lev,
Man, this is stressful.
maybe they're not as favored as people would think. I think Ascent is going to be the real proving ground of that. Weaponry, there's a gap or two. A judge for Cruz, I don't think is too much of a problem. They're going for this 2-man stack up in Hookah, just looking to try and hold on to that control. The thing is, ult-wise, nothing. There will be no ults unless Ban is going to get an insane multi-frag. And on the other side of things, Showstopper is close, and they've got the orbital strike.
Well, they've got the site control too, but
I mean, they know, they gotta know people are.
Where's he going?
He's gone straight in.
Nice.
That was not the play.
I was very worried.
For that one. I mean, Cruz's TPs have been interesting. Spray down.
Oh, Mazzino. Aspas gets the kill, though.
Take down the players. Aspas, though, with the wall bang does. And that's a little angle they weren't expecting. Jip Boy's up top. He's made it work before.
Aspas gets another. Oh, no. Okay, nice, Mazzino. He sees his head. Jeez, how close are you to your monitor, bro? How do you see that?
Maybe he will.
Sees every pixel.
The 3 players to deal with.
That's actually wild.
Rifle in his hands and economy low. Saving might even be the play that he's going for.
Nice. Good timing.
12 to 11.
Bring it home. Bring it home. No overtime. Bring it home.
But now they have to fight for survival on Bind.
Yeah, with 3-round streak. Finally, we're starting to see the stable.
Yeah, that was wild.
Plays, but yeah.
Maybe he thought they were just sending in Wingman and they were playing long.
Maybe. Or maybe he's
wrong.
Been watching Redguard demos.
Oh, there was no need for that. There's no need for that. He's not even here, man. It's just
Is it GG or OT? What do we think, chat?
That's like
That's a GG.
Yeah, no, it is. It's rude.
Let's get it.
12 to 11. Talon have fought tooth and nail. They've proven that they can compete. That all becomes meaningless if you can't get it over the line. Aspas, showstopper out.
Nobody's playing in the site though. That's wild.
Speaking of out, the entirety of the opposing team are already set up for the retake. Ban, 1 kill will gift them Seekers, get them that information. The problem is,
Oh, Smoke 7's gone.
retakes have been solid. Molotov actually used
Neon's out
from King just to try and deny some of the space as they now attempt.
How are we gonna play this post? How are we gonna play this post, gentlemen?
Post plant utility.
What the fuck? What the what? Nah, Leviathan said this is over. I'm done. I'm over it. Let's go. That was stressful. That was actually crazy stressful.
They came back in the nick of time, and now Ascent, their map pick, is up next.
Yeah, they've had to fight through what was
That was so
some
stressful.
truly insane rounds from the likes of Talon, who again have proven that they can compete. Either way, we'll be back after the break to see if they've got anything special for us over on Ascent.
Alright, I can't lie, chat. I say this like every stream, but pain is my superpower. Low key, that song is growing on me. I can't lie. How are we looking on the stream? About an hour in. Chat, I got a big question for you. Ready? Who do you guys want to win the whole thing? Out of every single team that is playing right now in the group stages, who would you prefer to take it all the way and win? I'll tell you right now, my team that I would want to win, you would think it'd be Leviatán, but I'm gonna throw a curveball at you guys and say G2. We haven't seen them play yet. They play tomorrow, I believe, against Paper X, which is gonna be a crazy game. I hope you guys pop out to the stream. But what the fuck am I listening to? I'm just gonna... This chick is like whispering in my ear and it's creeping me out. But if there's any team that I want to win all the way through, it's gotta be G2. And here's my reasoning. G2 performed really well at Master Shanghai. To the point where everybody thought they'd be out within seconds. But they managed to take what? Third place? Third place, right? They lost in the lower finals. And the amount of comebacks that they had, like G2's mental is insane. I don't know how they keep it together so well, but they do. Even when it's like down 11-1, it is nuts. But okay, what the fuck am I listening to, bro? What is this, Riot? What is this song? This is so weird. This is just weird, man. But I would have to say G2. That would have to be my #1 pick to win champs. Ooh, we got a little gamba going. Did we gamble up? Here, I'll turn up the audio. Let's do a little prediction. How many points we got? 3,960. Let's... You know what? Let's just go big. Let's just go big. 3,960. 3,960. Boom. Let's put it all on the table. Go big or go home.
Right now with Itapata, coach of LEVIATÁN. Now Itapata, Talon can be a bit of a puzzle even to Pacific team. So I'm really curious how you as a coach prepared for this team, especially with some of the more unique compositions that they might run.
We didn't really like look into them that much because, you know, they have a new player. They changed a lot of their compositions. It's more like we kind of focused on ourselves, and we just wanted to make sure that we can kill their aggression, and that was...
Did he dye his hair blue?
Well, I guess it seems to be working because they did close out that first map. Let's see if they can get the second as well.
There's no way his hair has always been blue, right? It was
Coach
black.
Talking about killing the aggression, but let me tell you, some squeaky bum time over there.
Yes.
All right, because that aggression almost won Talon that bind.
Absolutely.
And had they won that, that would have put them in a much better position in this entire series. But welcome back, everyone, as we break everything down. I mean, Talon coming out of the gate swinging, guys. I mean, Mimi, that was exactly what Talon needed, but they needed to get that win.
Yeah, what they needed was the win. And I really thought Lev was going to win this map, win this series, but I did not expect it to be in this fashion.
Yes,
My big thing was that LEVIATÁN in the playoffs in Americas, we saw their fundamentals, their ability to shut down star players, their synergy as a team was absolutely on point. But this match thus far has been more like the old Lev that is reliant on individual moments, on winning out in scrappy, muddy rounds. It is.
But how much of that was Talon forcing that versus Lev? What do you think, Brent?
I think to a certain degree,
That was a
that's an excellent point to
huge.
make, is that this comp that Talon were running, they want to fight.
That was a huge clutch from Com.
24/7 with this
Right when he needed to. Wait, did Com also dye his hair blue?
What they were going into.
Wait, is everybody's hair blue in LEVIATÁN? Like, what the fuck's going on over there? I just realized that my camera's out of focus. Hello? I just realized that. I was like, what the hell?
Lovely LEVIATÁN gameplay that we
It's because I'm leaning too far back. I'm sorry, camera. I'm trying to relax while I'm watching the game, you know?
Pretty well in terms of just realizing they could.
Trying to chillax, brother.
Get the plant down, and as soon as they started playing together a lot more, making sure they weren't taking those solo 1v1s a lot of the time.
That is a weird tattoo. I just realized that. What is that?
It was incredibly close, and I think this is something we were talking about a lot. The positives of that comp was how disruptive it was out of Talon, right? The really fast plays with the Neon, with the Yoru. I think they were pushing Lev off kilter, and I think that's where a lot of the mud came from. But I think what killed them was not having enough util, as they do in the more normal comps, where you have a Brim Molly, something like that, you have a Raise Nade, all these tools to disrupt, plant, and delay before you go into that Flood retake. They didn't have that. They only had one Snake Bite, so they couldn't kill the Wingman, they couldn't deny the plant, and when they were playing the Flood retakes, the timer was already ticking, and Lev's post-plant stall was really good.
But there were some awesome moments from that map. Takes us to our Verizon high-speed moment. This one's going to go to Governor. Y'all saw it. You know, you saw it coming, guys. Okay, I mean, look at this.
This was so nice.
I mean, he looks at him, says, made you look, and then he turns right, pops him once. Guy comes around the corner, and look at him. He's going for a lovely run around the park today, and it's, oh, it's a Viper. Wait a minute. Let me go. Pop. There you go. One more. And then he found another one around the corner. Almost, it was like clockwork for him.
He was so committed outside showers that entire time.
Yeah, that was my face. I can't lie. That was me right there.
There was a player flanking him. They were squeezing him here. Puts the wall up, takes the decision, lays down the stun preemptively, knowing there could be a player there, and then still hits the quick scope. Like, that is nasty stuff from Governor, showing you that, listen, there's no team at Champs right now, I think, that doesn't deserve to be here. And especially these players as individuals. As much as we're talking about heavy favorites being this way, that way, I think Champs, I've been proven wrong every single year, thinking that, oh, this matchup is just an absolute slam dunk for one team, because you never know when that upset potential is going to come through.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And also, what I think is the sweet irony of it being Governor on comm there, which I thought was quite funny.
Against his old buddy to pull that one off. But I think you're absolutely right. I think that Talon, this was possibly the most Talon game possible, right? Where they come out with a new surprising composition. I feel like they're like Paper Rex Jr. With all the disruptive stuff. They have insane individual moments. They have a solid game plan, but then it's a couple individual mistakes, some fundamental errors at the end that loses them the game, and that's the heartbreaking way.
What the fuck is all over my screen?
We've seen them go down multiple times in the Pacific season.
For sure, for sure. Well, let's go ahead and check in with Talon's coach
to
see what he has to think as they get ready for map number 2.
What was that?
Hey guys, I've got Frost with me, coach of Talon Esports. Now, that was a really close scoreline on Vine, but it's not a map that we've seen you guys on in quite some time. So can you explain, like, I guess, the logic or the reasoning behind the map trap? Enlighten us a bit.
Yeah, in Pacific, I believe our win rate was 100%. People kept banning it against us, so we never really got to play it again. As for why we picked the characters we picked, I mean, I think people have become too inflexible in this game. Everybody is now using the 100 Thieves comp on that. There are a ton of other characters and compositions that you can use on Vine. That Vine is really good if you know what you're doing. We had all the advantage in the world. We probably should have won 13-6, but too many throws, too many mistakes, too much inexperience, and we're not going to win like that.
Well, we'll see if Talon can manage to make a comeback as we head on.
At least he's an honest coach.
And of course, there you hear Coach Frost, you know, telling it like it is, and very direct on that as well.
I mean, there were a lot of moments where they were up and they made mistakes. I don't think all of that can be prescribed to just mistakes. I think it was a lot of Lev rounds that they stole more so, but that can't be happening if you want to win against a team this good.
I think he's talking about like inflexibility and people. Listen, I'm all for innovation in Valorant, but there's a reason why that comp is being played on Binds, the 100 Thieves comp, like he give credit for. And it's because it's so good in various other aspects. You can refight, you have flashes to constantly brawl or contest early, you have post-plan denial, you have utils who can get yourself into the post-plan, you have some amazing comps too. And when you hyper-focus on just flash brawling that potential, you lose all those other elements with the comp, which was missing for Talon, but still, they had a chance to win it. The next map coming up, which was what, Ascent?
Yes.
That's a hard ass.
I mean, LEVIATÁN have looked
Bro is locked in. My guy, can we stop mouth breathing, please?
With the deadlock and the
what the fuck is this Talon sport? What
so they
the?
off this comp, but Talon have played it before. Before they had Primi, the zombie comp.
Hello.
It's been coined. You have a ridiculous amount of revives. I mean, an insane.
Wait,
comp.
yeah.
But we talk about
wait, you could technically get one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could get a 9 kills. 9 kill ace if everybody has their ults and their reses.
And I also think Mazzino locking in the deadlock here could actually be quite detrimental to the way they want to approach this.
Yeah, and I hope that they've been taking notes, not from Sentinels, but I think Tier 2 NA in general, because they are playing this comp better than almost anyone. It has incredible tools. If you know how to use the comp, it is incredibly strong. And yeah, honestly...
We are seeing some wild comps today, chat.
Like against Talon, maybe think about those strengths, but
wild comps.
It's wild, man, what Talon's trying to pull out.
It's going to be awesome. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the map. We're going to send it over to your casters, Mitch, and that old dude, Tom.
All right, I'm here with the old dude, and it's time to kick this one off.
Toss from the even older dude. So
yeah, that's
nice.
right. But look, Tom, we're coming into this one. LEVIATÁN, they clinched out that last one, 13-11. I mean, it was close. Talon almost had it. It's got to feel tough. You know, losing those long maps, they often feel the worst. Now they come in, the zombie comp that we've heard about from the Pacific Talon, it has a challenge. I am a certified deadlock hater, but I was watching back some of how Lev play deadlock on this map. Attack side, because that was my real curiosity. I think defense, you'll have similar ideas, but I really enjoyed some of the traps they were putting down. I think the wall's super useful, combining with the traps. It'll be interesting to see how Talon deal with that. They certainly have a...
Where's that knife lineup going? March it, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a brawl. I don't think there was ever a question about that. Throwing in... like, you basically have a lot less duelists than maybe you'd have expected, but ones that can all be played as duelists. Your controller can be played
shock dart,
as a
but they're gonna hit the trip.
To an extent can be. And Primi, well, we've always talked about Battle Sage. That's an interesting wall just to get them the opportunity to fight.
No way, Calm dies there?
The only plan of it was to try and fight Calm, and it succeeded. They've only just spotted out the cam, but they're gonna get themselves into the after plant, and Tech's gonna have to wait a sec before he can break the door.
I'll tell you what, these guys are not worried about what everyone else does. They're playing their own
nice
game.
shot, Aspas.
Sure. Talon losing ban in the back lines. They send back Primi to try and deal
no
with Aspas.
way.
Exactly that. Good round for Primi already. Let's see what else can be done. Governor. Oh, he's
nice.
by Mazzino. That's the double kill that puts Lev back in it. And with Cruz on the
nice.
side, not last long. Isolated. Primi's going to go for the ace. The wall
nice.
just the wrong time. And with that, LEVIATÁN.
It was looking scary there when Calm died, but
nice
all good.
Again, you see a lot of the ideas that Talon have early. I think the initial reveal that sort of gave away all of them, but they had the wall to block anybody from heaven actually being able to challenge, and then just spamming back through the door. I think the big thing was just what Mazzino was able to get done. He had a bit of a rough previous map back on the initiative.
True.
As you said, I feel like a lot of the utility he uses here, very cool and on the attack side, but also just in retake scenarios. You can just lock off certain portions of the map.
Yeah, that was a big double kill.
More difficult, and well, for Governor, he didn't have the slide to get out of that one. He's just going to be back on the Sova.
Yeah, that's an interesting point as well. When you look at the duelists in play, I think Ban had a good map last time, but oh lord. Calm, big fan. Love your darts.
Well, they had a grav net there as well, so if anybody had gone that far forward, they were stuck crouching while he spams.
I mean,
good shock.
That's a pretty damn good shock dart. 49 and, well, Ban's healing up a little bit, but that's all thanks to Primi.
So he's using an Ares. You hate that gun too.
I do, yeah. I was trying to avoid really saying it, but my disdain, I think, was audible. It's just not a good weapon, to be honest with you. Get a Guardian, less
It used to be good.
Actually hit them for damage. That said,
it used to be good. Oh, the good old days.
Clear. Now you can start shifting right a little
when
bit
they buffed the Ares for like a week.
So they've got a good idea that the
Still mad about that one, right?
With weaker weapons in play for Talon. There's no need for Lev to get aggressive, and this little jump spot from Tex will get them all the info they need.
They're not going to expect the other dart.
He is somewhat isolated. We're saying that.
Flash.
The players on the cross have definitely helped out. Trying to conserve some ammo, but every shot fired makes him more vulnerable. Primi with another kill. He's getting closer and closer to that res, but everything else looks very comfortable for LEVIATÁN. It'll be a 2-0 start, another pistol and conversion. And I said it last time, the buy that they have going into round number 3 as a bonus, it's not the most conventional. At least from what we see in EMEA, you see a lot more rifles, but ultimately, they managed to make it work last time. So I'm not going to question it until they actually lose this round.
Yeah, I think just in general, we see the rise of the rifle second round, and then you even invest 1 or 2 more if things don't go the way you're planning. A lot of the time you can compete for that 3-0. For Lev, doesn't look like they're competing for it necessarily. But again, hinging around.
They have some really interesting ideas with the deadlock wall, or not the wall, the net with deadlock and with spamming.
Playing towards the B site. Now he's on short. Definitely not a conventional Ares angle. He's going to try to spam it down and do some damage, slow them on the way through, fire his shock darts, and just generally be a headache for Talon to deal with.
Is that wall bangable too, huh? I did not know that.
More tentative. Patient stuff. You can see the sensors set up.
And then the wall delays them.
It's going to have to be broken. A lot of players already here for
and they got 3.
They're reliant on their utility elsewhere, the setup of Tex and the sheer delay that they have on that side of the map. The wall is going to section anybody off from helping quickly, and the pressure is going to be on.
Pressure's off Tex. He's taken out immediately. The reveal was dangerous, but they're safe behind the wall. Ban out with the flash. Not able to convert on the back of it, though. Has to slow it down slightly, and the spams are doing damage. Cruz and Jip Boys down low, but not out of the round just yet. And with the plant going through, the advantage most certainly sits with the attackers. Retake for Lev. And it's not going to be extremely strong. Most of their utilities already being burnt up. Perhaps, I mean, even the recon, that's 15 seconds left. It's going to take some time.
It's going to take too long, if anything. I think they might just have to make their move or go for exits. And well, the exits, if they can pick up an extra rifle, would be nice. I do think there's a realization, though, from the side of Talon that, okay, we need to start working to get out of here. We need to make sure that we're not being locked in. We're going to be able to escape, and well, you can see Mazzino attempting a couple of things, but it is all too easy for the side of Talon. No damage done whatsoever. Primi still fragging away. He's already got his res online. It's not like he needs it. He's had it for a while. And for Aspas, he's just going to hold on to an outlaw. That in the next round, not too much of an issue.
Still going to give him some potential for sure. But yeah, Talon with a very impressive follow-up. Coming into the 4th round, they're going to have res online as well. And the slow play, blitzing into the side after contact.
I feel like if Tex waits just a little bit longer on that
as well. It was, I believe, a sonic sensor
for his actual trips to go off.
As well. Like, they definitely ran into a pretty heavy setup, but it didn't look like it. They made that one look easy. Now, though, I don't think we're going to see the same scenario.
Probably would have been a bit better.
Yes, you still have the outlaw, but, well, we're not shying away from a battle with it. You can see Aspas very keen to take this fight. Dodges the flash, tries to block the reveal, but he doesn't get that done. And now, well, he's going to have to dodge these spams.
Yeah, the dash already gone.
He's stuck.
No real way to escape.
He's super stuck.
You can see the switch up in setups, the sensors over on the A site now with deep control from King.
I think that smoke has a gap in it, no?
Jip Boys has made sound. He is alone.
Does he know?
Could end up being quite important.
Does he know? That's the ultimate question.
Completely alone.
Wait, calm. Okay, turn around. Thank goodness.
Fight for the side of Talon. For now, just
more
of a back and forth of battles. The problem, though, is that Aspas is somewhat stuck in this.
No way. And Jip Boys got the king. Got king and
I don't know
wine.
how you recover from this one.
Ooh, that's not
hoping
good.
that they run into his trap, but that's not going to be the case. Big rotation. He just about misses his window. Does feed the information over, but look at the mid play from Chip Boys. He's there at just the right time. Calm left alone. Odin in hand. This will be a play that I'll remember for the rest of my life if it works out. But he won't even get the first.
That reminds me of your Odin plays.
Thank you. You're saying I have champions winning material in me. I appreciate that.
No, I'm saying you get 0 kills.
All right, okay. Well, that's just not factually true. But for Calm so far, it has been a little rough. As it has been these last 2 rounds for
that's
Lev.
a tough
I mean,
fight.
Talon definitely stepping up to the plate in the early half.
Yeah, I like how patient they're being. Again, like you've sacrificed yourself an extra initiator, so on that defense you kind of have to go pushing and probing a little bit, like sending Aspas to kind of have a look and take some fights. And I think the timing was actually decent from Lev to just go for that double swing, but they peeked into a firing squad. Like Talon were fully prepared to just wait that one out. As you mentioned, the attack sides I think have been where Lev have really had a lot of ideas when it comes to the deadlock and the rest of this composition, but on the defense, want to see what else they have to offer. In this round, not a lot. It's the Guardian, it's pistols, an ultimate that will allow King to rotate maybe into the back of the B site if they need it, but other than that, the shoe is firmly on the other foot.
What is Talon trying to do here?
Well, this drone is not an indicator of where the push is coming through for us. We can see that Talon are looking for control elsewhere. Wrestling for a bit of mid. Breaking the wall. Making it look pretty clear that what they're attempting is an A split. And maybe that is what they're going for now. I start to see bodies shift, but yeah, indeed it is all a fake. They'll move back in the other direction. Calm's got a frenzy. They have to enter a killing frenzy here. One is all that he finds, and now the B site's
got one. Oh, the res.
The res used in this round? I don't think it was necessary, and he's been dropped right after.
Well, either the plan was to get Cruz another ultimate orb, or that was a little bit unlucky. I think the wall broke because of the res, and I guess the thing is, with Primi being 8-2, I think he was sat there waiting for an opportunity to use the res. Aspas upgraded, Vandal in hand. King has taken his gun as well, and now the players are somewhat trapped in. I am looking, though, at Governor. His position could be crucial.
Well, if he fires that recon, they're going to know. They absolutely know where he is now, but dealing with it might be another story. In they go, shorty in hand. Out comes the rifle, creates some space, and all he's doing is slowing them down. They can't focus on the side hit with this snake in the grass behind them, and you can see a staggered Lev. At this point, they've reset to just making this costly. They know there's players trapped on that site that need to make a move. B-main control is theirs. And now just looking to catch them on the way to spawn. Big P, but his shot eventually lands.
Mazino got one.
Out for a bit more, but he won't find it.
For King, just going down to the spike. Still going to be 3 standing for Talon. They rectify there. It looked like there could have been a moment where that got a little bit dangerous. You lose yourself a player early.
I mean, to be fair, who expects the Sova in main with a shorty?
That's one of the things with this composition is there is 4 opportunities for 2 chances in a round. I think this literally is like the res comp. You got the Sage res, you've got Clove who can bring themselves back from the grave. You've got Ban who can use the run it back to send himself in first.
No, they caught him. They saw him. Oh, it doesn't matter though.
Oh, come on, that's fast.
Oh!
Obviously that was the decay, but even still.
Ah, Mazino.
Getting the kill across the line this time. Quick reaction from Aspas keeps him alive, but the same can't be said for Mazino. He's died over on the B site, and Talon now know they've got a bit more space to work with. Pumping the brakes, taking a slower rotation away from the A site, keeping it in the back of Lev's head. But they might still be going that way. We'll keep Aspas in position. The op on the other side of the map is exactly what they want. B is going to be the new target. And this, like you're saying, Tom, the zombie
and these deadlock trips aren't going to help at all.
It is a challenge that Lev may find very tough to play against. Again, it's not what they've played in scrims. I'll tell you that for sure. Probably the first time Lev are coming up against them unless they've had a crazy ranked game. Spam close for Calm, but they've managed to evade it just about. And so the site control and the plant goes to Talon. The advantage, not quite there.
And Aspas is stuck.
and Aspas is miles away.
Yeah, he's. I think this is going to be a Leviathan save.
I feel like we're back on day one ascent. Yeah, we're watching over the top of the wall, but doesn't quite get anything.
Okay.
Com does though. This time the spam has connected.
Hold up now.
They're gonna work out where Primius is if they didn't already know, and he couldn't quite get a second. It looked like he was almost bang on, putting things into an advantageous position for that defensive side on the retake and the shot.
Good spam.
Connecting Cruz, trying to cling to life.
I don't know how they won that round.
The time was definitely getting a little bit lower. It's not gonna be close.
Big round for Com on the Odin, burring them down, and now finding himself an ult with the defuse. Got himself a couple of orbs, so we're going to have the Hunter's Fury online and ready to go.
I truthfully don't know how they got back into that round.
Talon. They've been equalized in round 6, now 3-3. And coming into next round, Jip Boys has the ult to work with. Cruz does too. That's a couple opportunities to make mistakes and still rectify. They want to make sure that they take full advantage of that. Last map, 13-11. That's probably why we see such an early pause. They know that a micro adjustment in the previous might have made the difference. A pistol round would have. They don't want to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, I think as well, they're still in a position where their economy is incredibly strong. You don't want to allow that to reduce and give Lev too many rounds because, yeah, as we said, like they like the attack side of this map and they can be difficult to play against. I will say, I feel like
while this timeout is going on, chat, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back, I promise.
It's definitely gonna be one of those things that's super disruptive, and that will be the plan, similarly to what we saw in the last map. But I think just making sure that Talon themselves get enough attack rounds is going to be crucial. Because bear in mind, it's a scenario where obviously I think we look at this group as a whole. I think Leviatán come in as clear favorites. People seem to be quite excited about Vitality and what they're going to be able to do, and we'll see that obviously in the next game. But for Talon, especially with how they've played so far, it does seem like there's a good opportunity for them to make it out of this group.
Absolutely. Coming into today, I would have disagreed with that. But after seeing what I've seen, up against a team like Lev, because it's one thing doing it regionally, it really is, but when you come up against a squad like this...
They haven't been doing it regionally.
That too. But even if you're a promising team there, how many times have we seen it? You step up to the international stage against a squad with Champions winners on it. Often it's a very different ball game, but in fact I think it's Lev that have been most surprised, most put on back foot. Wall up, and the res coming through as a result. Undeniable. Cruz is back in the round.
Yeah, again, you see these multitude of reses. Jip Boys still has another opportunity. Aspas though is lurking around. A wrong angle taken or given up. In fact, it's going to be the flash. Not a bad trade, but even still they lose Cruz. This time they can't bring him back.
Well, Jip Boys goes down, and Jip Boys is back in the fight. Has a little bit of time to try to make this happen. Watch out for Deadlock. Already popped the ult, looking to detain somebody, and in fact, the player dies to the wall bang of Com, who's pulling out the classic for a little bit more.
Wait, chat, what did I miss? What did I miss, chat? What the hell? What happened?
Down, 40 seconds left. Trap waiting on his left side.
So 1v3 already.
He's heard it, so he knows he can't even stand there and shoot.
Also, I lied. I went and got a Coke as well.
Nice shot on the
little sody pop.
Now the spike can be retrieved and sight can be approached. Maybe the plant goes through, and a retake with King and Mazzino, two very strong players. But it's an opportunity for Primi to show what he's worth.
We've already seen some impressive stuff. This would have to be the best. Unfortunate timing.
The timing was not there for Primi.
I think maybe expecting that the slow would actually slow them down, but it seems like they were just happy to walk through it and not give anything away. It will be the advantage taken once again for Leviatán and for Talon. I was going to say close, but I don't think that round was
Leviatán are up.
You think about the fact that they
will they be able to keep the lead though? That's the ultimate question.
Also had the not dead yet, like the res from Jip Boys as well. Yeah. Like you're using two ultimates to bring someone back from the dead, and you're still having two full HP on the other side. And wow, Com doing fantastic work for the back.
Wow, what a right click.
Yeah, that classic kill was really nice.
No, Tom.
Hey, yo! Why is he looking at the camera like that? Hold up.
4-3 for Lev. They've taken the lead, and now Talon still able to buy up. This is the benefit of this squad, having such a solid early half. They've got credits for days. We'll see.
They have both Sentinels on the same site.
looking to counter out the spam.
Does Talon expect that?
But this time again, he finds himself on the other side of the map. You'll see this little bit of versatility, swapping up positions instead of being very repetitive and predictable. They've swapped it over to the B side hold with Tex alongside Mazzino. If they do run into this, they will be running into an absolute ton of utility.
Okay.
And the trap isn't in the main walkway either. They're further back, so these players won't know what they're running into until it's too late.
Oh, here we go again. Wall up on both sides.
And Hunter's Fury. Nice.
That's gonna
Tagged. Nice. One more hit 80.
There's nowhere for
Governor's hit 80. Oh, damn.
Still on top of the wall.
Wait, he killed both.
To put this back into an advantageous position, and even better one.
And the
only real
res.
issue for them now is that time. 30 seconds left on the clock. Calm is waiting.
Calm's got to go big here. Calm's got to go big. Calm's got to go big.
Exactly where he thrives. King is trying to slow him down, but it's going to be on Calm. Everything's on Calm to try
no!
The reposition. He's wary that he's being surrounded, and he is.
No!
And it's Primi with a third kill of the round again.
Damn.
13-4 right now.
I think Aspas is just going to go ahead and save.
He was pretty good on the Yoru, but this is another level. Perhaps falling back to comfort. So he said the Yoru was his second ever.
Yeah, Aspas is just going to go ahead and save.
And he looked decent. Now, looking absolutely fantastic. The res used in this round, bringing a player back from the dead, and the fact that he, on top of the wall, drops Mazzino, who had those traps. You can still see them in a pretty difficult position. As well, when you're thinking about how Talon want to exit places like B main, you're going to be flashing, you're going to be running, you're going to be making noise. Those traps are getting you every single time. Dealing with those early, dealing with Tex as well, who had those other traps. Even if you get rid of the sonic sensors, you're walking into trap wires. That's not the case.
It's got to be infuriating as well for Mazzino, because you put down the barrier, you're like, okay, I blocked them out. I can now look to try and reclaim some control of the site. And you just forget about something that's so
Oh, Tex went on his camera?
it's like literally day one.
That's a blunder.
People are like, you can wall on top of stuff.
You see it in the replay. I mean, Mazzino was the second guy to fall from that position. Tex had already died from there, so it really is an oversight. I like the wall, though, like you mentioned.
Yeah, that was a blunder. That was a blunder from LEVIATÁN.
Put that down. They're in a narrow alleyway. You're on the perfect angle over on A short. Fire away the ult, and, well, he had his reward, but it was quickly taken back by Primi's ultimate. 4-4, we're tied up, and again, Odin's bought up on both sides. I gotta say, I enjoyed Governor on the Neon. I'm liking his little attack side Odin so far. It's good to see.
Well, Aspas is going to be the first point of contact.
Flash.
I feel like they've flashed him off every single angle he's ever tried to
They have enough flashes to do it.
Yeah, it's basically just making it so that his impact is almost nullified. Like, we haven't seen that crazy performance from the superstar duelist just yet. He was definitely good on the first map.
Oh, yeah.
But the expectations are, well, second to none. Governor already looking to clear some angles. King is somewhat stuck in the mud. He doesn't have a way out of here. I don't know if there is going to be the check. It doesn't seem like there was. But even still, this has nothing to do with the play. They're going back the other way.
Well, here's a chance for
no trip on the door.
They make it through the door. It's a
no trips at all, actually. Wait.
He's going to be trying to catch them, I guess.
That's not good. Oh, he broke his wall. He broke his wall!
Corrects on the cruise. Ready for someone to be up top while Calm spams away to ban and dodges the Hunter's Fury.
Wait, Tex is heating up. Let him heat up.
To be recovered here for Governor. I said I've enjoyed his Odin on this attack, but a 1v5 is a little too much to ask. Some damage done, but not enough.
Looks like Governor's going to go ahead and save.
Curse both players, if anything, is the wall, which broke as it was used. So he basically used it, fell off, and then even though Tex looks up, he's not being shot from that position. And I think maybe he gets one, but if there's a player up on the wall shooting back at him, I feel like he's almost screwed. So a slight mistake, obviously that happens sometimes with the Sage wall, and then a fantastic round from Tex. Honestly, like, you put the Guardian. We're seeing a lot of great Guardian plays in our matches so far. I think Rien's had a few moments. Obviously, Ayung was insane. Like, ace with it, so I feel like it speaks for itself. But 5-4. It really is just
yeah, these are some good shots from Tex.
At this stage, the streak.
That was a nice correction.
Lev starting to.
And then he gets that one as well. Wow.
Just clean coming out from Tex.
It's gorgeous. Really gorgeous. The wide swings as well. And he's just correcting one bullet onto them. Scream sat at home going, I told you. I told you this was the way. 5-4. LEVIATÁN have taken the lead. Aspas,
will they flash him off of
I
this?
can tell you that for sure, because it's one.
And it doesn't even matter.
But this time,
Doesn't even matter.
More up kills blind than being able to see.
In
Like,
this
there was
map,
another
I think
one
so.
on the B site as well.
Yeah, I think, was it Ban as well? It was Ban's flash.
Yeah.
I don't know if he killed Ban.
I think it might have been. An early advantage there again. Com's taken quite a bit of damage. I guess the counter spams have forced him to fall back, but well, let's be real. Every time he's fallen back, he's become deadlier by the second. It doesn't look like this time there's going to be a flash, but there will be a smoke.
I think the drone saw him.
Tex is watching. Now they look for
And they suppressed him.
Oh, they just suppressed Tex. The trap wire on B lane's not active anymore, and Governor's able to swing as a result. 17 HP. Calm almost got his counterpart, but instead, he's the one spammed down.
Oh!
Tex has to recover.
Okay, Tex got 2. Hold on, winnable. 2v3.
He has the operator, but he's using
If you see me like looking up like that, it's because my microphone's like blocking the corner of my screen a little bit since I'm slumped back right now.
Goes up, that keeps them with a little bit of protection. I like it from Jip Boys. That op's not going to be quite as effective, and even the Blade Storm, a risk will have to be taken. Aspas swaps out to the rifle. Now here comes the blitz. King's coming in from the laneway, from the stairs, pardon, the laneway.
Whoa! Whoa!
And it's King to bring it across the line, converting the kills and putting 6-4.
Oh man, thank goodness Primi just whiffed on that.
The thing that has now become an issue is pushing into Tex. The last couple of rounds, he has been so high impact in positions where maybe you expect him to get one, especially after the sort of initial fights were almost traded with Com getting tagged so low. I think
those are some good kills from Tex.
Give an opportunity
what
to
the fuck was that?
There at the end, 6-4. Lev starting to extend their lead. 4 of the last 5 rounds going in their direction, and a lot of what was there before was the Primi show. Like, it hasn't been anywhere near as impactful. Like, I think Governor obviously not on the duelist anymore, but Bans, Phoenix, some of the flashes have caught players, but he has died almost every time.
Yeah, the results haven't been there so far. Still.
Okay.
Early half for Talon. Let's see if they can convert something.
Nice.
Caught in the net.
Good punish from Mazino.
Time when it comes to early duels. Rifle recovered at least by Cruz, so they're still in fighting form. But there is going to be a
something beeping at me. Hold up now.
Disadvantage with 2 Sentinels on the other side that you're pushing into. They've got to find their result somewhere. And, you know, if Primi was close to a res, maybe, but 4 orbs away, that's a bridge too far. Maybe you can farm them up, though, for the next.
They're hoping someone gives them the fight, and someone will. This time, no flash. And Aspas, oh, he's just about made it back. If anything, his opponent's smoke has actually helped out a little bit. The wall is going to be there to at least block him off, but it's even whether or not it's worth just holding onto the guns at this point, Mitch. I'm not certain that trying to play this 2 versus 5 is really worthwhile for Talon.
It might be better to just hold on to the rifles, I agree with you. Especially for the players that are alive. Those are the ones that have the low credits.
Alright, everything was all good. All good, stream. I'm not dying.
Known to be around that position. King was here quick enough to guarantee that they're either locked in.
I love that angle. I play that angle all the time in ranked.
Quickly where they actually are as the wall breaks. 6 seconds left, and look who's close.
It was actually just my, I don't know if you can see it. I have a little AC thing back there, little water one. It was letting me know that it was low on water, so.
1 round to play for. Such a sick
excuse me. I turned it off for now. Not fully, but it's not using its water reservoir anymore, so.
No.
Oh. Nor did Durka, so it's okay.
We are the same person, so.
That's true, yeah. I should have known, my bad.
Except for the fact that he's younger, more handsome, more talented. Other than those things, we are the same person. 7-4. 5 of the last 6 rounds. It definitely seemed like, again, Lev took some time to get going, but in the late game of this defensive half, we're getting what we expected. Big individual plays, solid setups to force awkward fights for Talon. And
I mean, this is a similar scoreline to the last map, so this is still anyone's game.
For second chances, and we haven't seen, even if they do get the res off, or if they bring someone back from a null command, or even ban Zolt, it's barely been on the board because he hasn't been able to get many kills. They've dealt with it. And other than that 3-round streak, it's been a singular round since.
Well, the utility will be cut out to start this.
Boom. Okay.
Approach, but, well, Aspas has other ideas. That shot almost lands. A block of ice gets in the way, and the second shot not quite quick enough. He can't go up and over with the updraft, but does some serious damage. Governor, well, he's getting healed up quite a bit. He'll be back up to 100. But
good spam from Mazzino.
A little off angle that they weren't expecting. Mazzino grabs it, cruises down, and now they're looking to seize that last player. He won't be in the
good half.
He won't be in the round either. 8-4 as we close out this half, and LEVIATÁN certainly got control of the reins by the end.
Oh no, they are in an excellent spot. As said, in their
good half.
recent form, you look towards the attack side of this map of being where this team has really thrived. And honestly, I'm not certain if we're going to be able to see much more from it. Either way, we're going to be heading off to the half, and maybe they'll be able to come back in the next.
Really interesting half, to be honest. It looks like Talon doesn't quite know what to do with this comp. I will not be watching the Vitality versus Trace Esports game. I'm sorry, guys. Truthfully, I don't care about either of those teams, so it's kind of whatever to me. Anybody else with like thick hair? Dude, I have really thick hair, especially like in the back of my head. And I can feel the heat radiating off of my skull through my own hair. Like, oh, dude.
Welcome back to half 2 of map 2.
All right, we're back.
Be the last of the series.
Well,
Talon
we're not officially back. We have 30 seconds, but
well here,
we're about to be back. Hopefully LEVIATÁN can just take it. 2-0, call it an easy day. Not a mean.
Like you said, Tom, the attack for Lev, it's not weak.
No, not whatsoever. They've destroyed G2, Crew, MIBR in the last stage. So
is that Aspas's dog that he keeps on his desk?
Going into the second half again, the main
I think it is, right?
Position for Talon is just to be that little bit more disruptive.
All right, we're getting back into it.
Second chances, but that hasn't been the case. Ban having a rough showing. Cruz as well. His first half is similarly to what we saw in the last map, and there needs to be a serious turnaround if they're going to stand any chance in this map.
Yeah,
right.
We're going to need to see a different level from Talon.
Let's get it, Aspas and friends.
Players off guard. It was easier to do on Bind. That was a crazier comp. This one, you're bringing players back from the dead, and often they're still falling flat. Let's see, 8-4, a strong lead for LEVIATÁN, and the pistols have been going well. They find this one, it's another nail in the coffin of the Pacific number 4.
They're doing this reclear again, the gamble stack reclear.
Expected of this defensive side, an early peak, or an early push even coming all the way through B.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
He spotted it. He's seen it. He's going to call for the cavalry. They're going to try and fight this. They want to brawl with the side of Talon, but for now it's just
1 for 1.
Trade. And Talon think better of it, but it's pushing them back in towards Tex, who is now hiding.
Wait, Tex is up.
Seems like they have an idea. Ban definitely has an
nice
idea. Unfortunately, he can't do anything about it, and now they're going to
nice
to battle and brawl. Mazzino lost, but Tex is going to get that spike.
Nice
for Jit Boys. It's left on to Primi.
A man who can definitely bring this across the line, even in a tough situation like this. LEVIATÁN need to be careful. They don't know where he is. They found out though.
Nice.
Tex, phenomenal round from him.
Yeah, that was a really good lurk.
Across the board. And 9-4 locked in. That's a devastating blow to the side of Talon. Coming into this half, no doubt they were hoping for that pistol.
Well, as well, you have to talk about Tex on the first map. Like, he definitely had a rougher time over on that Gecko, right near the bottom of the board alongside Mazzino. He's been a different beast. Like, the amount of
bang,
the Guardian, the Ghost in this one, like, these are high-impact rounds that he's been taken over the line. Now matches up to Primi on the other side of the board, who's exactly the person we expected him to be. This high-caliber aim player. There just hasn't been much else. Aspas.
Yeah, Governor ain't gonna repeat that with an outlaw.
I'm not surprised, but I'm pleased, to say the least.
Grabbing the ult orb for Phoenix.
2 ghosts carried through, Bulldog and a Spectre. Pretty interesting buy. A lot of potential for it. Ranged fights. Texan King just picking up weapons and ensuring that they don't lose too much in terms of the economy, even if they do take a loss or two. Giving respect to Talon.
Darts scanned a lot,
that's the case, because this squad has earned it. For now, though,
now they're going back.
Take a look at the map. You can see the spike. It was shifting to the right side alongside Mizzino.
Why were they rotating?
Like
but then
at that point, Talon were stacked up. It looked like a bad call.
They
but
came
now,
back.
Talon make their way back to B. They're gambling. You've got classics. Chances are, if you play a default, you're just going to lose player after player, and then play a retake where you're dying to the spike. Instead, they're going to roll the dice and play together.
Yeah, and the dice.
Man, Talon with these gamble stacks are super on point with it.
30 seconds left.
And they now have to go for this. Mizzino leading the charge. Shock darts being used to try and soften them up, but it hasn't caused too much in terms of damage. 2 kills or more is needed for this to be costly.
No.
There's already the burst for the trades. How has Primi come out with 2? It's now left on to just Aspas. Into a 1v2.
No.
Managed to win it based off the stack.
We actually lose that because Leviatán walk into the gamble.
I don't know what Cruz saw there because they were starved of information. I really do think this is just a blind pick. Let's stack up on the site that gives us the best chance. Lots of nasty little angles to hold on B. Let's go for it. And if not, we run and we die to this.
Wow, he gets 2 on the right clicks.
That's outrageous. The follow-up as well.
Free gun.
Fan picking up the Spectre and then
actually a free gun.
Take Aspas. Well, they might have hoped for the pistol. It looks like they've got something better. Now 1-to-1 in the half, but Talon pushed Leviatán down to next to no cash. The only thing that they've got to work with in this round is a rifle on Aspas.
The only thing they have is...
the danger is they've got a rifle on Aspas. You need to be very careful about taking a fight against this guy. He's swinging into 2, though. He's realized it now, and he's got Cruz out in the open. 11 HP. There's no way out. Surely he's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, hello!
What the hell?
It is ecoed players.
All good,
there was a hope
eco.
That could have been the fastest 4K maybe in history. Unfortunately, not going to be the case.
I was very ready for it, Tom. I was very ready. 9-6.
I was kind of ready for it too, I'm not going to lie. It looked real dangerous.
Versus pistols, yeah.
Talon has Phoenix ult though.
The best player of all time.
I wonder how they'll play around that.
Damage, but it doesn't take the cake. We got to see a little more. 9-6. 3-round gap. Rifles out for Leviatán. You've got Talon with a run it back. Ban has it. And defensive side, I'm curious if it's going to be used off rip. I see his position. It's unlikely. That's for sure. Nice angle. He's a cultured spammer. Not just the conventional spot that can be spammed back on so easily, instead trying to catch them on the way through. I love it. Hasn't worked out. No one was there. Reveal goes up. No one there. Not a lot of information to work with for the side of Talon, except that there might be a play coming in towards the
wow, wait.
3 players
Governor almost died. How did he almost die?
I expect I'm going to see a push coming
counter
through.
spam?
With a smoke up, I don't know if that will delay them or just get them to flash through.
This is
No,
the
they're going to flash through. They're going to flash through.
Special from Cruz. He loves to go for these pop flash plays.
Wait.
Even
Mizzino got one.
Going to be the 1-for-1 trade. The ult was lost in the middle. Governor waiting.
No.
It's another kill with the Odin and the spam back on the other side, but the advantage sits with Talon.
2 players spotted and they know where comm is. That's every piece of information there for the side of Talon. They've got all the players jotted down in their positions. 45 seconds left. Nade is good. It's forced King back. He can't take the space anymore.
Can't really do anything.
An attempt to delay them that little bit further to make them think it's still an A hit while they shift to the other side of the map. 33 seconds left.
But look, Ban is all the way through A main. He knows it's not going to be an A hit.
Reveal, shock dart, and an Odin. He's going to have to do it by himself. If he goes down without a kill, this round may be favored to Lev again.
He's definitely going to get a kill.
He's not going to get hit,
wow.
But it's King with the drive-by.
Wow, he actually doesn't get the kill.
Gone, sight gone. And it's going to have to be the retake. This was looking like a solid position from Talon, but it's very quickly divulged into an advantage for the other side. And with the TP online for King, he can reposition late into the round if needed. But it seems like with the attack side Odin, they're going to hold that back site.
Yeah, now this is where the trouble begins. You've already used the reveal at least, but
Sorry, I had
just
a
firing out shock darts. A
hair
little
on
misread on how
hair in my
quickly
mouth.
Talon are looking to take this. Only now stacking up and making the push. They've caught
No.
They've got King. It's Aspas to do it all. And Brimmy hits it quick as can be. 3v3 retake, and all members of Talon, the three that went
Bro,
in,
they
are
just
standing in the end.
fucking,
9-7,
they just
scoreline's
clicked.
closing,
They
and the
just clicked on their
defense is looking
heads.
good.
Primi is definitely the guy that
Wow.
was to us. Like right now, let's just. I want to see.
I don't know what it is about
He's
this, like,
21 and 9. The
you can see my
next
fucking
three
like,
players
brow
on his team
bone.
combined have the same amount of kills.
That is wild.
It's actually ridiculous. Like, there's not even anyone remotely close to this guy within the server.
Timeout, Leviatán.
About whether or not he could match up to Aspas. I'll be honest, right now it seems like can he match up to Tex, because he's been the guy who's been really performing for the side of Lev, but this guy definitely has a talent, and with such a short amount of time playing within the professional scene, future is incredibly bright.
Oh yeah, this guy's got a high ceiling, and it's only going to grow. You know, when I first heard about him, to kill Yos and Paperthin, their word means nothing to me. years of telling me, guys, this is the time. DRX are going to win it. Oh, they're so good. Bomb out, bomb out, bomb out. But Mika told me. That's when I started to take it seriously.
Okay.
I started to believe.
Source.
Exactly. Someone who does just run their mouth.
Achilles walking in, opens up his DRX notepad and goes, yes, I think this person's quite good. Oh, really? Thank you, Mr. Pacific. I'm going to wait and see.
I've never met a more biased man, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, I think there's a few people who disagree with you there.
But yeah, I have to say, they were right this time around. Primi is impressive. He's 21 and 9. The next, that's actually insane. I hadn't even really paid attention to the 21 and 9. The next guy has 7.
Yeah, I mean, Primi is the one keeping them in this game.
It has to be fairly low.
Oh my god.
Well, they are still 2 rounds behind.
They gave him an
difference
op.
on the other side is, yeah, we are seeing more of a team performance. But if Primi can pad the gap until someone else rises to the occasion.
Oh, they waited out the KO dart.
That would be nice for the side of Talon.
But with that one way, they're going to have to make noise or wait it out.
But this round, going to be a couple of rifles. The Guardian in Tex Aspas's hands, you can always have high hopes. And actually the A site relatively open. It looks like almost an immediate attempt for a retake setup. I don't know if King's going to get out of this one alive. He will. And
nah, man. Tex needs to win that.
Aspas, though, has gotten walkabouts and even things right back up.
He was up in heaven a bit quicker than they were expecting. Finding himself the one, keeping things doable, but with the weaker weapons, they have to hope that
guys, can we look heaven?
Diving in, give them opportunities.
Please, can we look heaven?
In. Calm is the one sent back to watch it. Rez on to Governor.
Oh
now
my goodness, the Rez, bro.
Fuck.
Sage Rush is so annoying to play with.
They check it. Curious to see his impact in this round.
It's so annoying.
King's down. That's only the pistol. It's Aspas that I'm worried about. He's up top, looking for the fight.
The flash.
Absolutely perfect.
But the concuss.
And now he's left alone to do it all. And Cruz,
bro,
scopes him out.
I'd love to just have a counter for how many times Aspas has been holding an angle ready to fight and a pop flash gets him.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I know they've got a lot of flashes, but even still, it always seems to be in the
flash and the res is so annoying.
For him. I think credit to Cruz and Bam for that. I want credit again for them to hold the line, because that could have got dangerous. Like, you had Annihilation online for Mazzino. If this gets into like even a 2v2 scenario or even like a little bit less.
Zeno got flushed out too, because I mean, Governor's just gonna spam him.
But they are so controlled and calm.
Leviatán, please, like, I get it. I get it. You guys are like throwing the games because, like, haha, it's better to make them look good. But like, can we just break them? Can we just break their spirit, please?
Impressive game so far, and I have to say, I'll be the first to put my hands up and say I underestimated Talon coming into this tournament. We know their upset potential. But someone like Primi delivering this level of play is unfathomable. Lev have taken a bit of control. We've seen this a couple of times in Americas. They're putting their trap outside A, stopping any aggressive peeks. Again, if you're going to peek that, you're going to do it with a flash. You're not going to shift walk it. You're going to swing it. That's what the trap's going to get you. Nice.
Wow.
Well, that's the man that you need to take down. And the best part is he can't bring himself back to life.
Yeah, no matter how many kills he gets. Oh,
nice.
Annihilation utilized. There's nobody even remotely close to try and deny that one from happening. That's an easy kill for Mazzino. A lot of the time that ult will go astray. Governor rotating into position. But
wait, this is huge.
Jit Boys is going to try and catch
Yo, one top mid. Top
mid!
mid!
Just that, but he doesn't get anything for it.
What?
Movement too good.
What is going on, bro?
So is the net.
We're not looking at our map text?
Governor, it's going to be the same again. Good round from King.
Oh my goodness, bro. If they didn't kill fucking Jit Boys over there, that could have been real bad. That could have been real bad.
Obviously, Annihilation getting a kill.
Talon Esports timeout.
Trapping a player who can't evade.
Time to lean back in my chair. Twiddle my thumbs.
Trap outside A as well. It just means that in the back of their mind, they're relatively safe. Obviously, there's always the potential for what we saw, which was Jit Boys running it down, making it behind them.
Just sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
How many times have we seen Ban full blind someone and then immediately die? I know that this is an occasion where it's like, okay, there's nothing you can do. Yeah. But it's like, even with Aspas blind upping him a couple of times, like, it's got to be, like, he obviously won't have too much of an idea, but it's got to be really irritating.
It definitely gets spooky, though, when you saw Jit Boys get behind mid with the reveal coming in from Cypher, and still no one's looking at him, but King recovered. Little triple to finish it off. And
this is how I would sit in the chairs, honestly. If the other team called a timeout, I'd just...
They know that LEVIATÁN are about to enter the home stretch. Talon's economy
is
good.
You guys know what I mean?
And they can bounce into the next round, even if they lose this with a bye. So this is a very essential time to get your game plan leveled out, to streamline the play.
I think as well, you have to talk about, again...
Win it out, LEVIATÁN. Win it out.
Xerxia looking at X10. This map,
let's just win it out. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. They need like 5.
Their defensive side as well. They always had these cool little awkward trap plays the teams had to fight through.
For me, is their only good player. Let's focus up. I'm just kidding. But
over the top of mid with KO because he was
on this map, he is.
Stuff like that. Disgusting trap plays. So I have no doubt they have plenty of depth and ideas. But once the streak is broken, I think it's a good time to take a pause.
I'm trying to go to bed, LEVIATÁN. Let's close it out.
Know that Lev are going to go, okay, well, we've just done it off this. We were patient. We were controlled. We took our time. We didn't fall into any of the traps. We can now just sort of like push off of this moment. So he wants to try and deny that, get his players' heads back in the game, because up until this point, the defensive side has looked great from them.
Oh, absolutely. One bump in the road. Let's see if it's going to shake Talon, or if they can get right back into the rhythm. Early peak from the operator of Ban. The same can be said for Aspas. He's looking for a mistake to be made. Nobody on the A side. Talon playing.
Wait, do they have double ops?
And they will be ready.
No, Talon doesn't. Okay.
Lev
I thought they did because of how Primi was set up. But...
Although the Hunter's Fury is
activated, good kill.
Nice kill coming in from Jit Boys. The numbers stay favored for Talon. And they've got the control. They've got control with the wall inside B main, but they've rotated fully, leaving that side of the map open.
It's mainly middle where the biggest threat will be. I think the timing from Primi is pretty much perfect. I mean, he knows when that wall is going to break, makes his way back into the site before anybody could possibly get through. The only problem is middle, and there you go. It's been completely abandoned. Governor will fall, puts things back into an even scenario and puts the pressure back onto this young man again. 14 seconds left. They've dashed past, but he's repositioned.
No way.
Looking to hold
nice.
The line,
get the bomb down.
Obliterates him.
Nice.
Not this time. 2 remain to try and pull this back for Talon.
Oh, they're still going to try it. Cruz ult not that useful.
The shorty. Oh, he cleared the wrong side. Let's go.
Fight out of the smoke. They didn't expect someone to be in it and running through his own name.
Oh my God, Calm is blind.
You can see it, the writing on the wall. It could have been the play. Instead, LEVIATÁN pushed.
Bro, this is a stressful game, man. I thought this game would be over in like 2 minutes tops. Now we're sitting at 2 hours. This is a stressful game.
And try to stop them here.
Attacks again. That missed the impact. Every single time he's just finding a gap, finding a spot, and well, Aspas just jumping in.
Wow, wait. Everybody got flashed by that blind.
Brain works, so I made jokes in the last map with his TPs, but the fact he throws a fragment
that's crazy.
Down, jumps into it, and then flashes because you don't expect somebody to go.
I want to get the early A main control.
Just using timings.
While Tex is getting the early B main control.
And he did. The flash was
he almost had it.
Yeah.
Well, shots were close. Not close enough.
What's going on? We're probing for info. Probing for info.
Like, you've got yourself down to Sphere for Calm. I feel like it always has impact. Like, almost every single
Yeah,
time.
but KO has ult. And they're stacking 3 towards A.
Also, they're waiting with the operator.
Ooh,
said,
the trip.
There's that sensor, there's the sound. You're not just going to dry peek that. And so Aspas immediately has the information and has the protection. If they were to actually try and push that, they're going to be dead.
I think in a normal fight they would be. Add to that the stun for sure. I like Ban's position. A nice try. The shot doesn't quite connect. Paranoia forces him back. He's got support though. Cruz is holding it from the side. He's been spotted. Mazzino needs to decide whether he wants to commit to this, and it looks like he does.
Nice. That's a huge kill.
Can be revived.
Just need to guard him.
Run out. No one close enough to do so. That's a player down.
Doing it again.
LEVIATÁN 5 versus 4 with control over the A side.
Talon doesn't really know what's
some serious
going on
success
here
in catching them off. He couldn't find the kills, but this time it's different.
It's only going to be the one though, and then that's the problem. It almost seems too little, too late. There's going to be
damn
just executing Primi, and he wants a little bit more. Feeling it at this point. Plant will finally come in, but look, the wall
that was so
is
quick.
off another. And Aspas just holding onto the angle. Got so much still to play with Jit Boy.
Nice.
He's going to try and bring himself back from the dead, and he will. But they're just running away from him. They're avoiding him. They want him to try and make a play through this.
Nice.
In the meantime, Aspas is still
nice. Well played. Damn, that kill Aspas got on Primi was so quick. It was actually nuts. It was so fast.
They've been the ones weathering the storm.
And now the real problem, those credits are low. Light shields, guardians, weaker weapons are going to come into play. Mazzino's pick, beautiful. This leaves the A side open. Allows them to swing without worrying about the
yeah, that was
itself.
so quick.
The fact that he wins that is slightly ridiculous, and well, stuck around but didn't show himself. So eventually, Governor got a little distracted. Hell of a turnaround as well. Governor, you can see on that duelist on Neon, he was unbelievable. Now a little bit more of a struggle there. That can be said for the squad of Talon as well. 4 chances
swapping over the op.
Hunter's Fury still there.
All right, let's close it out. Let's close it out, gang.
Oh, they've
caught him with the net.
Wow.
Disgusting. The combinations
yeah, that combo is crazy. Wait, and he was boxed up in the wall, I think.
I love the way that they're utilizing this deadlock. And well, Ban, they're just gonna wait. Go on. Nice ult, bud.
Good ult.
Well, at least he gets to run it back. Another chance.
They could have walked it back.
LEVIATÁN, you're making me a deadlock fan, and I almost hate
a real
you
knee
for it.
slapper, that one.
There's some serious ideas behind this squad. Talon as well. They've been interesting, but here is their final stand potentially. Already one man
I know
down.
one's heaven. Oh, good kills. Yeah, they have their confidence up.
2 big players in the last map, and for this squad now have it all to do. 5 players to take down, 3 more rounds after. It's not an easy feat, and it's left just to this man. He's shy of an
Ain't no
ace.
way Primi
4
wins
more
this.
kills needed to lock it in, to close.
Ain't no way Primi wins this. It's over.
3 more. It's a long road back. And it looks like LEVIATÁN have done it. The time
it's over, bro.
3-man firing squad waiting for the swing. It's done. America's #1.
Let's go.
Take it 2-0.
Our first America's win at Champs. Let's go.
I think we came in looking at Talon and going, okay, they're probably going to get bullied out of this server.
They got bullied on that last match. No cap. Let me see. How many points do I get? 4K. Not that much, but hey. We take it. I need to get my points up. No cap.
But the fact that every single time there was layers to the ideas, layers to what they were running. But this squad on the stage right now,
I mean, Talon's not too bad. They're not too bad.
It very easily could have been theirs, and in this map as well, there was a
Why is Governor standing like he's about to standing at a fucking boot camp?
Valorant, and I love watching them play.
Oh, they were a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. Primi has definitely taken the cake, but on the first map, Governor...
Hey, LEVIATÁN.
This is an impressive debut on that stage.
Good plays. Special teams, special players, special plays.
But against Pacific's #4, I've got to say, there was a bit of a struggle there. The level seems to be increasing here at Champs, and there's no free wins anymore.
No, that's the main thing, though. Is that even if you come into that first game, even if you're one of the favorites for the whole tournament, as long as you get the dub, as long as you get it over the line, and I think in each map you could see the correct.
Who's chat radiant of the series?
What is the crazy stuff they're coming up against? Because I do think that
I'm gonna go King. Honestly, he played really well on that first map.
At their own game,
that first map, King kind of bailed him out a lot of times.
And that's exactly what they did.
If you guys are new around here, we stick around until the post-match interview. And then we're going to take a look at some of the stats, talk a little bit about the overview of the game. And then we'll go ahead and end it off there.
Trade things out. And the same for Frost as well on Talon. It seemed like it was a game of chess with, well, one team using completely different pieces to what we're used to, but it was an enjoyable match, and we didn't just sit there and go, Lev destroyed them, moving on. I think Talon now have a very real chance to actually make it out of the group and potentially get to the playoffs.
No, absolutely. At this point, you know, coming in, they were an underdog pick for me. Now, though, I can see them going blow for blow with some of the other squads, especially with these nasty comps, and who knows what they're going to be working on in the coming days. We'll definitely see some interesting takes on how to play this game from Talon. It's been wonderful watching them play, but LEVIATÁN take the cake here today. It has been a phenomenal game. It's time to throw it down the Verizon post-match interview with Aspas.
Welcome to the post-match interview. I have Aspas here. Everybody give it up for Aspas! 아스파스 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 개막전, 그러니까 레비아탄의 첫 경기부터 바인드에서는 네온 요루를 상대하고 센터에서는 또 탈론의 좀비 메타를 상대해야 했었는데 오늘 경기 그리고 뭐 아스파스 선수의 퍼시픽 팀 체험기 한번 먼저 들어보고 싶네요. Congratulations, Aspas, on that win. Now, right off the bat, you guys had to face Talon's Neon Yoru comp on the bind. Also, their zombie comp that they showed off in Pacific on Ascent as well. So, what was that Pacific team experience like for you?
It was really different. They had some crazy comps and a crazy play style, but it was fun playing against them.
굉장히 재밌었고 뭔가 새로운 조합들을 많이 보여줬는데 그래도 너무너무 재밌는.
He said, the comps were interesting. It was pretty fun. That was his answer.
이런 좀 어떤 의미를 두고 있는지도 물어보고 싶거든요. 어떤 팀들은 좀 이 사이퍼 조합
Sure, squeak in. I'm just gonna sit up for the rest of this.
계속해서 기용하는 그런 팀들도 있는데 레비아탄의 입장에서는 이 사드록 조합을 어떻게 평가하고 있는지 들어보고 싶습니다. Now, I want to ask you about that Cypher deadlock you guys ran on Ascent because some teams love it, some teams decide not to touch it. So, what did you guys see?
What the hell?
I think the Cypher deadlock, it's a comp that suited our playstyle on Ascent. We had a lot of problems with the normal comp in the past. We tried a lot of times, didn't work out. And the Cypher deadlock is working for us because we found a type of playstyle that was being really good for us.
확실히 레비아탄에게는 좀 사드록 조합이 굉장히 팀 스타일에 잘 맞는 것 같아요.
Aspas does not know the intricacies of it all. He just said, it works for us, and that's why we swapped over. Well, no shit, Aspas. Like, no duh, bruh. Of course it's like good because it's working for you, but I still feel like her microphone's like muffled or something. It's weird.
So you guys probably scrimmed a lot of Pacific teams here, and also you played a lot of ranks in the Pacific server as well. So what do you think is the biggest difference when it comes to the playstyle compared to, you know, how things are in Americas?
I think the players here are so aggressive. Even in ranked, they are much more aggressive than in NA, and the screens as well. Everyone is just crossing smokes like in ranked, so they are a lot more aggressive.
전반적으로 랭크와 그리고 플레이 스타일 모두 굉장히 공격적이고 그리고 아메리카스보다 그리고 NA 서버보다 굉장히 공격적이라고 얘기를 합니다. 그래서 좀 여기서 랭크를 돌리면 모두들 그냥 스모크를 가로질러서 대시 긁은 다음에 다들 그냥 공격을 하는 그런 모양을 보여주고
I feel like Aspas just stared at me for a minute. That was weird.
이렇게 해서 아스파스 선수 만나봤습니다. 다시 한번 박수 부탁드릴게요. Thank you, Aspas, and best of luck in your next matchup.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for staying with us for the post-match interview. We're going to throw it off to a short break, but don't go anywhere because we have Vitality taking on Trace Esports.
And I don't care. All right, let's go ahead. Take a look at some of the stats here. All right, what match did we watch today? LEVIATÁN versus Talon. All right, so overall thoughts. I mean, Talon is kind of a better team than I thought they were going to be. But I feel like a big part of that is because of Primi and because of Governor. Jitboy's pretty decent player. No idea who he was going into this match, but pretty decent player. Obviously, the stats don't really say that, but I mean, he's got a nice shot on him. He's got a really nice shot, but Governor and Primi definitely carried. However, I was expecting a bit more from Primi. Everybody was talking about like how cracked this guy is and this, that going in the champs. But I kind of felt like I didn't really get to see him have his miracle moments. So take that how you will. I don't know. It kind of in the air for me. For LEVIATÁN though, I mean, this wasn't a really good game for Tex or Mazzino. Com did okay. He had some really good impact kills, but overall, I feel like sometimes he wasn't exactly hitting the shots that he needed to. Not really throwing as much as people like to say he throws, I don't think, but really, I mean, Aspas was excellent as always, dropping damn near 40. However, King, the IGL, bro is stepping it up for Champions. I think he wants that win. The amount of kills that he had on Bind, I mean, he's over Aspas here. And on top of that, he had some crazy good kills / like clutch ups that King just managed to pull out of nowhere. I mean, Com had his clutches too, don't get me wrong. Once again, I think Mazzino and Tex were kind of struggling over there on the Bind match, but it's all good because King and Aspas just got that chemistry, you know what I mean? And Ascent, I think Aspas is just way more comfortable on Jet rather than Raze, so I think he was really confident here. Tex finally stepped it up for this match, and I feel like once again that's mostly because Tex is super comfortable on Cypher. I think he's really comfortable on it. Same thing goes with Com. I mean, once you get these guys on their comfort picks, it's just GG's for the other team. I mean, to be honest, this was kind of embarrassing from Talon. I mean, this scoreline from Primi is great and all, but nobody even came close to it. I mean, the closest people had was 10 kills. Meanwhile, Primi is over here doubling that and being like, and let me add a little bit more on top of that. So, I don't know. All in all, Talon, not too bad of a team. Not too bad. I thought they'd be worse. However, I don't see them going super far like people are saying. I could be wrong. It all depends on this game. I mean, they'll probably win against Trace. I'm gonna be honest. They probably win against Trace, but I don't think they'll win against Team Vitality if LEVIATÁN wins past this one. You know what I mean? It'll be a really interesting day. Also, just want to point out, I'm still 100% correct on my pick'em so far. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm cool like that. I'm just cool like that. What can I say? And then actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule over here because okay, no, G2 and Paper X are playing first. Coolio. And then we'll start to get into some of the playoff games going into next week. Let's see. After the G2 match, our next stream will probably be this LEVIATÁN match. LEVIATÁN on Wednesday, and then we have Sentinels on Thursday. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Thursday's going to be a long day because they have Crew and Sentinels both playing in the same day. That's going to be fantastic. Not really. It's going to be a long night. I'm going to have to get some coffee or some energy drinks for that one. But that's pretty much about it. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new around here. If you want to continue seeing champions on the channel. And also, I mean, I'm just going to be covering it most all the way through, for the most part, as long as America's doesn't like uber bottom out here. Hopefully not, but yeah, we're gonna be streaming here. You guys can come and join me again for the streams. Also, I may have a new video out tomorrow, but more likely it'll probably come out on Sunday, so keep an eye on the channel for that. We're continuing our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. If you guys are interested in that, you guys can go check it out on the channel. Got 2 parts up right now. Part 3 will be coming very, very soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I've been Foamy. You guys have been awesome.